Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Geekery, number 118. We're getting up there, 118. That's old. I'd like to welcome my buddies here. Ever grateful to be able to hang with them. And sorry for the late start, but we had dinner at Grandma's house, so I knew it'd be late. We ended up moving everything out of a garage so she could park in the garage for like an hour. So good thing I timed that. But we've got let's start off with Dad Man tonight because we got the Dad Man here. Let's perfectly
Dad Man.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
Let's get demonetized right away with that line.
There you go. You didn't waste any time for that.
Well, glad you're here. Glad you're here.
It's really good to be here tonight. Thank you, Mark.
Yep, glad to have you. Yep. And of course, we've got that orange pile of rock.
What do you want? Oh, hey, are we on live? Oh, crap.
We're live. Yep, we're not Memorex. Yep.
Got to be nice to you then.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. This is me being nice to these guys, but I don't really mean it because they're just a bunch of Yancey Streeters. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Dad Man, always a pleasure.
Yes, Cloudy. Yeah, absolutely.
Marco Polo, and a bunch of great guys in the chat, and Fanty. Just kidding, Fanty.
And Fanty.
Yeah, Fanty outsider, the old rascal, and there's DJ Ronnie G and JT Kirk.
Yeah, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. Let me get my chat popped out here so I can track everyone on the YouTubes. And now we're on Twitter X, or gradually people are converting to saying X, which is the most ridiculous name for a social media company. But X was the spot, I guess.
I will fight it to my last breath.
I don't have $40 billion. Otherwise, I'd buy the company and change the name back to Twitter. Let's start a GoFundMe.
Wait a minute. Did you know that because you bought something doesn't mean you own it?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Did you see that tweet by the idiot Stephen King? I guess he just wrote that. I guess it was meant for Elon. I don't know. But he said, because you bought something doesn't mean you own it. And people were like, wait a minute. That actually is what it means, you idiot.
Yeah.
That's what it means when you bought something, stupid.
The other thing that guy on YouTube is handles Greg, who's hysterically funny. Stephen King was commenting about how come you put your name on everything or something. I'm butchering it. It's like, and then Greg responded, like Stephen King, who puts his name bigger than the title in all his books, and all the covers of his books,
except for the ones that uses Richard Bachman on. Yeah.
So hail to the Phantom Outsider. Let's see who else is here. JT Kirk, hail. Of course, DJ Ronnie G. Cool. We have Dead Man Walking. Yep. And let's see. If losing your eyesight gives you clairvoyance, that's one thing. Having the ability to see the future and being blinded does not and should not inspire confidence in your abilities.
You know what? You're guilty of a bait and switch, so.
Yeah.
And he's talking about Madam Web. We didn't watch that crap.
But we're going to talk about it, even though we didn't see it. Violate my 12th commandment. Yep.
Wow.
Twitter
X. I put a good word out for Marvels, but you know.
Okay. I heard it's even worse than that, if possible.
Yeah.
And we got a new member. Welcome to Ever Loving Blue Eyed, DJ Ronnie G. Awesome.
Hello.
Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated.
Hey,
now you can use all these cool icons. We got Lisa's there. We got Dadman. We got Raquel. We've got Clobberin Times. We got me. We got Blake 7, the Gorn. Oh, if I get enough, I can add Neelix. And we got clams. There's all the icons. So
you still owe me a clam pizza, though, Mark.
I do, yeah. Yep. I'm good for that. I'm good for that one.
Nobody
and Bucky's Crafting is here. Hail to Bucky's Crafting. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, good to see you, Bucky.
Hey, and Captain Finity's here. Oh, we got a lot of people rolling in. Hey, Captain Finity, we could have
Hey.
used your commentary last night on that Timeless episode with Harry Kim on Voyager. I know you dropped in for a bit, but
he dropped in, but then he stopped existing. It was a timey-wimey, and he didn't exist.
He didn't exist, right?
For a while there, while we were having some trouble with time, he fell in and out of existence.
Yeah, so Harry Kim, I'm sure the captain knows all about that episode, but Harry Kim, spoilers on a 40-year-old episode, but they're trying to use a slipstream drive on 30. Yeah, so I'm getting old. Yeah, the slipstream drive on Voyager to get back home. Or I don't know why they want to get back. They're having so much fun with Neelix in that Delta Quadrant, but they found a slipstream drive. Who did they encounter that had a slipstream drive? One of the aliens a few episodes ago, or someone had a slipstream drive, and then they were trying to convert their engines to that, and but of course it wasn't working correctly, so the Chakotay and Harry Kim had to go on the Delta One flyer ahead of them to kind of give them the coordinates, almost like you'd have Rudolph in the sled with his nose so bright telling him which way to go. But Harry Kim screwed up, so Voyager gets destroyed and everyone dies. Neelix is dead. It was a very sad day, and he uses Seven's Borg implants to send a message back in time to tell her like the correct coordinates. So then that whole future didn't exist anymore, I guess. Yeah. So
they erased 15 years of time.
And LeVar Burton as captain.
Now, does that count as a malleable timeline? Because I know you hate those.
Yeah, it's malleable, I guess, right? Because they changed. It's not a new time.
Yeah, that's what he hates about time travel, malleable timeline.
Right? Yeah, that's malleable, right? Yeah. And Phantom says, Mark, future Harry Kim just sent a message for the future. Your next clam pizza, the clams may not be very fresh. Oh, God. I hope not. Yeah, that would be bad. And hail to Claude Saline. How's it going, Claude?
Hey, Claude.
So, that was a fun episode. I didn't think the episode was that bad. I hate the time travel stuff in Star Trek. It's just so overdone. And the problem is it makes things so convenient in terms of, a story, you could have any resolution possible, if you've got this malleable timeline. At least the Marvel universe, they had alternative branching timelines, so you couldn't change. I guess technically you couldn't change the past.
Right.
I just hate time travel unless it's a crazy accident. But if you can actually, now the Federation has it so you can actually time travel, and there's a temporal course at the Academy. I mean, nothing would stand, right? I mean, you just keep going back in time to wipe out your enemies, or
yeah. I really hate. I don't mind. Time travel usually works for me in just normal fantasy stuff. Mixing it too closely with something that's supposed to be science fiction just never works for me.
And Bucky's Craft says, I'm going to be lurking now. I'm going to try crocheting a bugle so I can have an everlasting finger hat. All right. Well, thank you for being here. And smash that like button if you can before you go into lurk mode.
There you go. Bucky's Crafting. Good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's very cool. Crochet. My daughter picked up crocheting. And Maddie's daddy's here. And he says, trying to get the little tiny dynamo to go to sleep. Well, if Steve is here, we got to play this. Where's Maddie's daddy? Where's Thor? Don't let Maddie see that. She might not want to fall asleep. And hail to Christian DeLorme's Vinyl Revival. And everyone check out Christian's cool new channel. Yep. His link should be below in my big list of awesome channels. So
good luck, Dad, man. Whatever's going on, buddy. David had to run or has to run.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, okay.
Private chat.
Yeah. Oh, yep. No, let's see. No problem, Damon. Hope everything is okay, and let us keep us posted. Yep. No problem.
Yeah, buddy. Good luck, bud.
Say goodbye to everyone. Or no problem. Yep. So hope everything's okay, and yep. Because it's public. I mean, that's everyone knows that Dadman posted on Twitter that he's looking after his mom who's got some health issues, and knock on wood, she's going to be okay. But was good to see him for a few minutes, but unfortunately he thought he could be here longer, but he's got to pop out to help Mom. So God bless.
Yeah, we know you have to pop out, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, just good luck, bud.
Yep. So, yeah. So yeah, thank you for letting me know that, because sometimes when I'm looking at the other stuff, I miss.
Yeah.
I miss the. Miss everything. Yep. So, all right. So, well, I wanted to show Dad made my dinner tonight because we did fondue. So, anyone who's a fan of fondue in the audience? I don't know.
So you two fondue?
Yeah, are you fondue? Fondue. Yep. So, yeah, I figured we'd start with some eatery, and I wanted to show Dad man that, but that's okay. That's okay. Well, let's show him again another time. But we'll get him on. Hopefully, be back next Sunday. But let me get my awesome Gwagnar image here. And then Clobber Times did this one, the Sunday Night Eatery. So I need to get one of those fancy dancy song intros too. I can't ask Raquel to do that because that's too much work. But that'd be cool to have that with some music as an intro. And so here we go. Let's grab my. Oh, do I have my? Oh, here's the Marc's Eatery too. Yep.
All right, Dad man.
Yeah, Dad
good,
man.
buddy.
Yep. Yeah, be good. Hoping everything is okay. Yep. But we're doing fondue, so check this out later, Dad man. So I present my screen. Yeah. So my brother-in-law said, well, "Let's do fondue tonight." So he's a sound engineer. He usually works concerts on the weekend, but the performer canceled, so he was pretty happy because he got his Sunday overtime time and a half because the guy canceled within 24 hours. So everyone got paid for not having to work today. So it was a good gig. Feel bad that the performer was missed, but I guess got sick or something. But he was able to work. So not work and get paid, which is always good. Yep.
Some of this is workable.
Yeah. So here, let me show. We did the food last week, but I don't think we did in detail the food from the Super Bowl. So
did we have a Super Bowl Geekery last week? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, but I don't think I showed my food pictures.
I don't know. I can't remember, now to be honest.
I can't remember. Well, it's not too many, but I'll just show my chili pictures. So, so here we start with some brown sugar and sugar. Oh, this is my rub. This is my rub. Yep.
Always rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Yep. Autocomplete always tries to turn you to Brian Hepatitis.
Brian Hepburn.
Brian Hepburn. Yep.
What's up, Brian?
I think this is doing my rub that I make. Yeah. So for ribs and stuff. So there's brown sugar, sugar in the raw. Just it's got the molasses in it. It's not as refined. Tastes a hell of a lot better. I don't like. It's not better. Good stuff. Right. And then JT Kirk says we have a place called La Fondue, but haven't been in years. Too expensive for family and blind dates. But what if it's a good-looking date that it's not too expensive, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you got the cash, you
shouldn't be that.
You bring the hotties.
Yeah, and you impress them. And there's a lot of wine too.
Like Peggy Carter.
Yeah. And JT says, I was devastated when the fondue date night restaurant near me closed a few years back because of those weird sniffles. Well, that sucks. Yeah, one near us closed near us too. Yeah, it was what was it called? The Melting Pot, I think.
We have a place called the Melting Pot. Oh yeah, that's the
chain,
place.
Right?
Yeah, Melting Pot. Man, I went there a couple times with a lady friend of mine, and you sit there at the table. It's got a pot and a burner and all that crap, and they bring you all your stuff raw, and then you have not only do you have to cook it in there, you have to time it and everything with your phone and all this kind of stuff. It's not cheap. It wasn't ridiculous, but it wasn't cheap. It was fun, but it's like, so what's in a wild type fun thing? Because, who wants to do all the work?
That's the fun of it, though, right? Yeah. But this is the Melting Pot. That's more of a social thing. The fondue in the 70s, fondue became. No, we cook. We're Swiss, so we cook it at home. I'll post my.
We used to have this here. We don't have anyone.
Yeah, so the one near us, I think, closed. But I mean, it's a fun dinner, and I mean, there's the cheese fondue, and then you can do meats, and I guess what do they have going here? Is that both cheeses? I guess.
Yep, That's what it is. Those tables are really might be expensive.
And then you can do the chocolate fondue at the end of the evening.
We did that too. It was fun.
That's great for a date night. Yeah.
Been a few years now.
Romantic restaurants in Denver. Yep. One in White Plains. Yep.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
Howard Stark took Peggy Carter to fondue.
Oh, he did? Oh, good.
For a late night fondue. Don't remember that joke in First Avenger?
Yeah. Then Howard Stark like fondue. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a running joke in First Avenger when he was trying, when they were about to drop Cap off to save the soldiers at the beginning, early on, when he was going to go save all the soldiers.
Yeah.
And he said to her, just, why don't we leave? When we leave here, why don't we go back? I know a place here in France we go for a late night fondue. And he looked at Peggy. He said, "So is that what you two fondue?"
Oh yeah, you two fondue. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Your Muslim uncle.
Hey, your Muslim uncle. Hail. I'm getting my fondue recipe right now. So
what is that?
Let me grab that. Yep. Let me pull that up, and then I can post it. Yep. I'll just copy the text into the program here. So fondue. Yeah, Bucky's Crafting is saying too much DIY, but fondue is pretty damn easy and it's fast, I have to say, if you know how to do it. So if you could probably do fondue in 20 minutes. I mean, so it's not a bad one. Yeah. I mean, well, if you're doing the bread fondue, I mean the meat one, you got to boil the oil. You're boiling oil and putting it in. Yep. No, fondant is what's on the cake. And your Muslim says, I like Korean barbecue hot pot, all you can eat. Yeah, we had a Korean place near us, Khan's Mongolian Garden. I was just, when we go there, my friend who likes Star Trek, we'd be like, Khan. We'd always say Khan. And
we have waiters dressed up like, would you like to make an order?
Yeah.
You are in a position to order nothing, sir. I, on the other hand, am in a position to grant.
To order everything. And the great was, it was all you can, it was all you could eat. And it was just so damn good. And you could, we just keep going up there. Like all you can eat shrimp and let's see, it's closed. But I wonder if they have any pictures of it. It was right on Beverly. We used to go there all the time before movies, after movies.
Have you ever eaten at the Restaurant Enterprise?
And we ate at the Restaurant Enterprise. It was the back door there. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, they actually had some pictures left over from it. I guess I don't know if this is the same place, but it looks like it. Since we're doing foodery, so they had this big like shield, and then it was close to this, but then they would cook, and you'd tell the guy you'd grab what you wanted from. You had like a thing like this. Yeah, and then they cooked the damn. It was supposed to be like they cooked on a shield years ago, I guess, or from the battles, and they had the noodles, and then they'd scrape it up and throw it in the your plate for you, and then they'd all you could eat shrimp, which I know not for clobbering time.
Great cons.
But it was so good. Yeah, it was just something like that, and it was the hot grill going, and you put on it what you want. Yeah, he's got some sea bugs there or whatever you wanted, and it was all you can eat. So you kept going up to eat and eat and eat. So it was good.
Man,
eat, but
if I owned that business, I'd have like con crap all over the place. Pictures of Ricardo Montalban.
Right? For sure. Yeah. So it was good stuff. Yeah, and chocolate fondue was good. Chocolate on things, just not veggies or steak. Yeah. And DJ is saying Bucky's Crafting, that's what enamel paint is good for. Transports my imagination to a far off place. Far out, man. And here we go. Sub to Damn Man Walking says the stream element spot.
Yeah, agree.
And real Mongolian restaurant, you need to get the storm and hot pot, and only the victors get cooked meat or any meat at all. Oh yeah, well here we gotta. I'm talking Khan. I gotta play Khan. I mean, I gotta have Khan.
Khan! Bridge is smashed. The computer's inoperative.
Luxury you don't have, Admiral.
I could watch that movie over and over. Well, I have watched it over and over again.
I love it.
Oh, I did have a new. Oh, I got to add my new mashup that I did. I don't think I didn't get that many views on YouTube, but let me add that mashup that I just did. Let's see here. Some of your videos take off. Other ones get like 50 views. You never know.
You still remember, old friend. I cannot help but be touched. I, of course, remember you.
Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Let's play this one too. Oh, I hope I have room on here. It's always like, do I have room to add in a video? Let's see.
You're a dumbass.
Double dumbass on you.
Right?
Love
Good
it.
stuff. Good stuff. So, all right. So here's my rub going. Oh, here I should show the recipe for the rub, but let me do something here. Let me save this. Let me just save what I'm doing here. Sorry about that.
What is that?
Well, let's save this as a docx. So Word had started that first with the docx. Yep. All right. Oops. Butterfingers here. There we go. Okay. All right. So let me show the recipe first. I should start with that. I think I took a picture of the. Where's my recipe picture? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. So these are posts. If you look for my videos on doing the chili, use this. I love this modified armadillo Willie's rub. no cracks out there about Willie's rub. It's a good rub. It's actually a very famous restaurant, and basically the guy's taking out the what was he taking? He was modifying. He was adding. He did less salt or something, but I go with this this recipe. I really like, and he doesn't use as much coriander. I think that was the thing. But it's just brown sugar, turbino sugar, table salt, paprika, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little cayenne pepper. If you don't want it spicy, you can take that out, and coriander. So here's just mixing the recipe together. So of course you got your brown sugar in the raw. And Phantom says, where do you get the armadillo? Paprika. You got to see Spinal Tap for that. So this is super simple.
Black pepper.
Black pepper. So there's the recipe there. Garlic powder. And onion powder. It's a half a cup. Yep. I'll post the recipe and then you got your. Oh, this is Chakotay's favorite chipotle paprika. I should put that on. Chipotle. Yep. And slap your mama, but don't do that in real life.
No,
that's an awesome Cajun seasoning.
I didn't name it that, but it is Cajun. They always say it'll make you slap your mama. Well, I don't know what mama you got, but down here, your mama goes, you slap your mama, you're gonna be in some shit.
Yeah, big trouble, right? Yeah. But yeah, so the smoky paprika, yeah, it's definitely less heat. Yep. Less heat. Yep. So, but this stuff, you've known this that's not in your area, neck of the woods, Club.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
I always get Tom and Chesseries, but
that's good stuff.
This
I
is
like
from
that.
down here.
Yeah, it's good. And it was really tough to get up here for a while. My friend was would go down south and get me some. Or
I got to stores and I didn't even see this around in some of them, but
yeah,
I know it's down here somewhere.
Yeah, it's good, good stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, it's so let me grab that Willie's rub. I gotta be careful the way I said that.
Don't worry. We're not on Toxic Tuesday, so I'm not gonna bust your balls over it.
Yeah. So here's the link to it. Yep.
Yes, if you said that on there, you were like 5 minutes of certain kinds of jokes.
Yeah. So here's the recipe. So here, I'll just pull it over. So this website's great. It's the Weber Virtual Bullet. So that's the ratio there. I do it times 4 because I just make a big whole batch of it. So you can cut the salt down if you want. So, but it's good stuff. And this Weber Virtual Bullet is a great site to look stuff up at. Yep. And then Tony Kashir's original Creole seasoning. Yep, I've heard of that.
Chastity sauce. Yeah. That's what I use. Chastity is that's what I use, but I mean the other's good too.
Yep. And your Muslim uncle says I was at a retreat this weekend, and someone mentioned VCR and TV Hutch. It's like a TV VCR Hutch. Yeah. I was way too stoked for it.
You were watching Starsky and Hutch?
No, a TV Hutch. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A TV VCR and TV.
Lots Tyree, lots Hutch. It came from right behind. Death Star battle chatter. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I got that. I think I did. That came from behind. Did I?
Behind came from. Yep. Lost Tyree, lost Hutch. It came from behind. Stabilize your rear deflectors. Watch for enemy fighters.
Let's see if I had that one. Yep.
Stay there. I just lost my starboard engine. Oh, bro. I mean, all that dialogue from the Death Star battle was like, it was so.
That was just so good. Yeah. Do I have that? Let's see. I did just clip No, I Am Your Father.
I can remember like going to see Smokey and the Bandit or Bad News Bears Breaking Training a couple times in the theater and walking out just in time to sneak into the other theater to watch the Death Star battle in Star Wars back in 1977.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so good. So good. Yeah. Well, here, let's add it to the. Let's add
the deflector seal, double front. That's right. Deflector double front. X foils in attack position. Deflector seal, double front.
Well, that's why the video game was so fun to play. Because then it was just, you had the shields you had to play with, and you felt like you were in the damn thing. So
then there was dialogue. There was obviously one of the earlier scripts. It's in the comic book adaptation when Porkins gets killed. He goes, "No, reject. No, I'm all right." Boom. And Biggs thinks to himself, "Goodbye, Porky." So I guess that was his pet name for Porkins.
Porkins.
No,
right,
Piggy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Piggy. So goodbye, Piggy. Played by William Hootkins, by the way. That was poor old. And then of course Biggs gets killed. Man. That's a damn shame. Biggs. Wedge is the only one gets out of there.
Right.
Wedge said, "You guys don't need me. Tell with it." Boom.
Let's see. I thought I'd clipped this. It was shorter. Yeah.
Switching all power to front. Deflector screen. Switching all power to front. I'm sorry, JT Kirk made me. I can't help it. You get lines from that episode. Sorry. Sorry about that. I lost R2. Sorry.
It's a trap. No, I am your father.
Let's just say we'd like to avoid any imperial entanglements.
That's the real trick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the real trick. Yep, yeah.
No, just playing Star Wars quotes all day, or just playing one and playing like you play a game. You play like a clip one, then you have to finish it.
Yeah. I got to clip these down. I clipped them for Star Trek, and then pray that I'm altering the deal. It's 26 seconds. That's why I gotta trim that.
Altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it further.
Yeah. Yeah,
when we all watch Parting the OT trilogy, in utter defiance of this Disney. I like that. Disney Star Wars. You got it, buddy.
Yep. So here's the spices. Oh, this is Swiss spice, the aromat. It's kind of like a salt, yellow salt. Oh, it's so good. Yep. Oh, I have the despecialized. Yeah, a bunch of them that have been gotten from the wet. So it's legal to own if you own the originals, which I do.
I have that and the Star Wars Revisited, which is weird but cool.
And Star Wars Revisited is great too. Yeah, did retrobusting help enable that?
Wouldn't happen without them. Totally enabled it. That wouldn't have happened without him.
Well, God bless him.
It was pretty cool. It was weird. It was weird in some ways because remember he added some cool stuff to it though. Did you saw like he added he sped up the Vader Obi-Wan fight and added some effects to it.
So now someone did the Vader Obi-Wan fight, totally redid it with CGI characters or new actors, and it was just unbelievable. Kind of with the fighting from the style of fighting from the prequels, and it was beautiful. I think I've played it on here or put the link on here, and it didn't it added to the scene. Yeah, because the fighting back then, there were two old men, or David Prowse is in good shape, but they hadn't conceived of that cool fighting style yet. So
it does fit though, because back by then both of them are old and worn out.
Yeah,
even though later they're only not so much older, but very banged up.
I'd like to see a little bit more movement. Maybe not as
right, but at the time we didn't know better.
Yeah, it was time. It was great. It worked, but it was a nice fan fiction. Add-on. Yeah. So here's
we all know they fought years earlier a couple times.
3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times now. Yeah.
No. Only once, damn
it. Only once. Yeah. And that that miniseries.
Episode 3
was so bad.
Yep. The fight on Mustafar was fantastic.
Episode 3 was good.
Gave up Rise of the Sith. That movie had some problems, I thought, but that was a great scene.
No, it was well done. Yeah, I mean, you didn't need to see it. You didn't really need the prequels, but I enjoyed some of the scenes. I mean, you didn't have to have them because how Darth Vader is going to end up. So that's the problem when you know where the story ends. But I did enjoy it.
Better than Disney garbage though.
Yeah, 100 times better. And, they were hated and reviled, but I think people are coming around to them.
I never hated
there's always people don't. You never hated them? Yeah, I never hated them either, but it got a lot of stuff. Yep. Oh, hey, Nick Weiser's here. Hey,
dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where you at, man?
He's hanging out. Yep. I think he's doing a show at 11:30. Nick at night. So.
Are we doing a show? Okay.
Yep. I think so. I think I saw that on the interwebs. But we got to play something for Nick donated like that. So let's see here. And Nick likes food, so here we go.
True love is the greatest thing in the world. Except for a nice MLT, a mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich when the mutton is nice and lean and the tomatoes are ripe. They're so perky. I love that.
You have any pizza?
Gotta have some pizza. But here, let's do a couple more fun ones.
Dozens of people spontaneously combust each year. It's just not really widely reported. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Nick, yep. Are we showing off our dust? So this is that's the rub. That's my rib rub.
Hey,
well, that's what it ends up. So it's not super exciting, but what I do,
that looks pretty cool.
I have saved these, an empty jar, and I fill that up, and I've got that ready to go. Put on chicken, pork, meat, any kind of meats if you want.
Hey, what's on ready Tuesday this week, by the way? Sorry, I mean, do we know?
We do have Toxic Tuesday this week, right?
What is it?
What is it? It is. What the heck is it this week?
What is it, Nick?
I'm forgetting. I better clip the right movie. Maybe what happens?
He's on meat right now. Yeah.
Oh, he's on meat. Okay, yeah. What if I clip the wrong movie?
Flash Gordon.
It's Flesh Gordon.
Is it Flash or Flash?
Oh, I better not clip Flesh Gordon. It's Flash Gordon.
Oh, Flash. I love Flash Gordon. Oh my God.
Well, you got to come on for that if you can.
I don't want to intrude, but I'm just saying.
I'll have you intrude. Yep, Nick won't mind.
Nah.
All right, Nick, I'm sending Cloudburn Times an invite for Flash Gordon. Oh, and then I made. You have to have dessert with your Super Bowl, so I made chocolate cake with pudding. You throw some pudding mix in there.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, see, he will not stop you. Yep.
If I'm awake.
We watched the wrong version of Flash Gordon. Sounds like, yeah. Max and hail to Max Redstone. Rib rub. Yeah.
Well, I'm not to brag, but you might want to have a Flash Gordon expert on for that, and I happen to be one.
He is, yeah.
I'm kidding. Not really. I am one.
You are one, yeah. And there's some coconut on the top. That came out pretty good.
Yeah.
Courtney's here. Awesome.
Who's here?
Hello.
Courtney.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay?
You're kind of a little muffled.
I have terrible headphones on. I'm going to be home in about 15 minutes. How about I just join when I come back?
Yeah.
I can't hear very well either, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, when you cross the neutral zone. Yep.
Okay. All right, bye.
So that's cheese on there?
No, coconut. Coconut flakes.
What's the yellow stuff?
Well, they browned a little bit. It came out good, yeah.
Coconut.
Get a little crunch.
No.
You like coconut? It's
no,
not
sir.
on pizza. It was on the chocolate. And when I put pudding in there,
I hate coconut.
You hate coconut?
Man. No.
What would you do if you're stuck on a desert island with Tom Cruise? Not Tom Hanks. I meant to say.
Beat the crap out of him with a coconut.
Yeah. Coconut is like clams. Nobody wants them. Why you're in chocolate with coconut? It tasted good. I thought it was good. It was sweet coconut. Yeah.
I guess you're gonna put it in the chili next.
Yeah. So here's the chili. Chili never photographs very well, I gotta say. So, but that was the finished chili, and that came out good. And my mom was mad at me. She's like, "You said you'd bring me over some chili." We have a little. She had some of the Super Bowl, but she wanted some during the week because a little bit left. Oh, and this is just for clobbering times. This is a non-green vegetable. You like cauliflower?
Hell no.
No. My brother had the idea to cut up cauliflower for the fondue. Don't let. My dad would be rolling over his grave if he knew that was near his fondue pot. Some sausages.
There we go. I'm good with this here.
You're good with that, yep.
Sausages so far we're okay.
You got some bread here.
Bread, that's all right. Acceptable.
Your bread. All right, now so when you do the fondue, first thing you got to do is you rub garlic on the inside of the pot. You flay the garlic so it's in half, or you crush it, and then you rub your pot. Get that garlic flavor in there.
In case any vampires try to steal your fondue.
Yeah, there'll be no vampires around here. Let me put the recipe in here. So I'm going to put in the ingredients first. I'll have to put this on Twitter, on the Twitters.
Is the same with coconut water, says Bucky.
I do not like coconut water, actually. I've tried it. I know it's good for you.
I use coconut oil for stuff.
Yeah, coconut popcorn is best. It's the best for popcorn, yeah. All right, let me do this. That's too long, so let me Control X. So there's the ingredient. I'll post this onto the Twitter, so I'll post the picture of it. And then here's the directions. So you start with rubbing. You always got to start with the rubbing. Let's see here. Let me put each step on separately. Probably the best. Yep. I'll put this in the chat and copy it out. Yep. I feel like I'm Saturday Night Star Trek putting in my review and going with all the text here. Step 2. Step 3. It was fun. My dad didn't really cook except for fondue. And when my little sister was being born, he made hamburger helper. I think those are the only 2 meals he cooked for us ever. And maybe once in a while he'd make eggs. Like that was it. But he would make the fondue for us a few times in the winter. But it was funny because he came into, they had have a parent come into school day kind of stuff and do something fun. So he came in and made fondue for the class. And the teacher's like, well, you can't use wine. It's like, you have to use wine. You can't make fondue without wine. It's like, don't worry, the kids aren't going to get drunk. It boils off, as you cook it. So here we go. Ooh, I got this all in. I'm spamming my own chat. So you rub the garlic in. Of course, this is our one of our prized family possessions, our fondue pot from Switzerland. Cool graphics on the side here with your cows and herder there. So what you do, you heat the wine up, put 2 cups of wine in. It can be cheap, cheap wine, dry Chablis or Gallo. Doesn't have to be expensive wine. That's the whole point. And you just keep putting the cheese in. You keep stirring cheese in. You can't put the whole 2 pounds of cheese in at once. You gotta. Here's the 2 pounds of cheese, but you take handfuls at a time and just stir it into the pot. So you keep stirring slowly, and the slower you go, the better. Yeah, so that way it's not all clumped up. Yep. And JT Kirk says my dad would make pizza, shepherd's pie, chili fondue, or eggs was his turn. Yep. And Bucky's Crafting says my dad cooked. It meant we were getting Little Caesars pizza. Homemade Alfredo. Yeah, I couldn't. When my sister was in the coming. My mom was giving birth, and like that. The one time, I think because my grandmother was with mom at the hospital or whatever. It's like, Dad is cooking dinner tonight. It was like an earth-shattering event. Like he was trying to. The guy worked on a space program, but he was trying to figure out the hamburger helper. But he wasn't that bad of a cook. I think part of it was an axe, so he never had to cook. Yep. Wine and fondue is only for depth of flavor. Yeah, it's not making you drunk. Yep. Pour in the dash of wine, then finish the bottle while the cheese is melting. Oh, Max, I skipped over Max's recipe. Uh-oh, where's Max's recipe?
Yeah, he's got a good recipe.
Let's see, where is it? Did I miss it? Where is it? It's not showing up, or am I missing it?
There it is.
Oh, Max is in beautiful fondue recipe. Step 1, go to fondue restaurant. Step 2, order fondue.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, but if you're Swiss, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. I'm teasing. You do go out for fondue there, but it is such a simple recipe. But yeah, no, you're right, man. And it's fun to go to a restaurant too with a big crowd. Fondue is really fun. Of course, with the vid, I think fondue was kind of frowned upon. But yeah, so you just keep mixing your cheese, and yeah, this is that pot. I just love that fondue pot. We've had that for 60 plus years now. And just keep putting your cheese in, melting your cheese so it gets thicker. Now tonight the fondue was kind of thin. I don't know if it was the cheese we used or what happened, but always have some extra cheese on hand because if it's too thin, you've got to keep adding cheese. So we ended up going with 3 pounds of cheese almost, which was kind of crazy, but it finally came out good. So here's stirring. Ooh, look at that fondue go. It's a little thin right there, but it's good. Then you put cornstarch in to help thicken it up. So that makes a difference too. Yep. Most people going to a fondue restaurant has to be done secretly or wearing disguises like an Italian going to Olive Garden. Well, yeah. Oh my God, if my grandma went to Olive Garden, she would die.
Really?
Oh, because it's so bad compared to fresh pasta or homemade stuff. Yeah.
Is that because it's a chain? What if you went like to a normal? Chain. It's a chain.
Yeah, I mean,
what if you went like a big fancy one then?
Yeah, it's different going to a fancy Italian restaurant, or there was a Polici's restaurant in Stanford we go to. It was like family style. Yeah, that was good. But just like Olive Garden, a chain like that, it just doesn't have the flavor and any of those. Most of those big chains aren't.
West Kegel.
Hey, West Kegel.
So Luke, YouTube. That's weird.
Huh. Sorry about that, West Kegel.
Sorry about that, Wes. Well, you remember that both of us, whether you actually remember or not, you're still part of our team.
Yeah. All good. But
yeah.
Sometimes YouTube is weird with that, with the stuff. Yeah, or most you can do it on you can have a bank account go to it versus a credit card, I guess too, right? Yeah. But that's a pain. Yep. Hey, look, West Kegel did Silver Surfers. Awesome, West Kegel. Thank you. All right, so we got to play something. I got to play something Fantastic Four then. Let's see. Do I have any Fantastic Four stuff?
I can suggest some clips.
Yeah, let's go back to this one. Let's see. Here, let's put the Silver Surfer on the screen up there. And what do you think we should play for that?
Want to pick one? You got any?
Yep, go for it. Yep, you go for it. Yep.
Am I in the right spot?
Well, I'm on Marc D under the main one. Do we have any?
Or
maybe I don't know. Not sure which one you're thinking of, but
Brain and brain. What is brain?
oh no, we don't want that one. You almost played a really terrible one.
Uh-oh. You played the wrong.
If I never see another clam,
It'll be too soon.
Clean all the clams. Yep.
Groovy.
Oh, now you go.
Okay.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love that movie.
You're a dumbass.
Well, a double dumbass on you.
What is
Thank
you?
you.
Zachariah.
Hey, Zachariah. Hell, and thank you again, Wes Cagle. It's much appreciated. Yep. Let's see here. I do have what's a Ute here under.
Yeah, what is a Ute?
My cousin Vinny. I think I got that. Yep.
Not on this one.
Let's see. I got to put these in order.
Wow.
Oh, wow. JT Kirk just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, JT
Hi,
Kirk.
JT.
That's so awesome. Thank you.
Cool, dude.
You. So let's play.
Some little filly break your heart? No, it was a girl.
We thought we were tired before.
I'll tell you this, though. It beats work.
Bum, bum, bum.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Love it. Oh, I love that one.
Everything was fine with our system until the power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No job is too big. No fee is too big.
That was my buddy's favorite saying. Yeah, it's like he did a central vac business, and people would ask him, like, "Can you install the central vac on the 3rd floor of this edition?" He's like, "No job is too big. No fee is too big."
I love it, man.
Here's the 2 Utes. Here's the 2 Utes.
The 2 Utes.
2 what? Did you say Utes?
Yeah, 2 Utes.
What is a Ute?
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor. 2 youths.
Man, I've told you this before, but in 1984, especially early on, when in the Ghostbusters scene, when he said with the Dickless line, you couldn't hear you could not hear yourself think for like 10 minutes. The audience couldn't stop laughing.
It was everyone just going crazy, right? Yeah.
That's why I didn't know till many times after I finally started seeing it with lesser crowds that after the commotion dies down, he goes, "Well, that's what I heard."
That's what I heard. Yeah. Oh, here's another fun clip from Bond. We'll get a little spicy here. Oh, where did it go? No, where did it go? I was just gonna clip on. Oh, here we go.
What's Bond doing?
I think he's attempting re-entry, sir.
That's the kind of double entendre I love.
That's what James Bond wrote there. He's keeping the British end up, sir.
Honey, you have saved the lives of millions of registered voters. The ad libs on that movie, I don't know if that was an ad lib, but are just so beautiful. It's just so you die laughing. Yep. Oh, Fanti, you mentioned that I haven't had a chance. I was on a mission from God this week, and I had to put all my Christmas ornaments away, the tree, all the decorations, all my holiday quote unquote crap. You guys have seen how much stuff I have in the collection, so I spent we'll get to that. But
what is that?
He said the Mr. Wonderful theme is comparable to the Blake 7 theme, the WCW wrestler, the famous wrestler, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Really?
I know you're not a
Blake
big
7?
into wrestling, but he said it sounded like it, so I can't play it here. But I will make a note of. I did have him make a note of that to look that up. But yeah, you wonder. Yeah, wrestling is they use a lot of great tunes, so people are saying it's comparable. Yep.
Weird.
Oh, you should clip the Villa Avon exchange from last episode, which I did clip it. So which?
Oh yeah.
Which clip? Which? Let me load.
Did you load them on yours or mine? You loaded them on mine.
Well, yeah, if I can load it here now too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I probably should just do a whole Blake 7 Blake 7 section here. Yeah, we're going through. I'm gonna have the whole. Let's see. That was season 2.
Have you
episode
considered
1.
amputation?
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. What should I do with the other hand?
Is that all? What should I do with the other hand? I'll let you know.
Yeah. That's a good one. I love Villa. The more I watch the show, the more I like Villa.
Oh, I love Villa.
Yeah.
I got this shocking pain right behind the eyes.
Have you considered amputation?
Here's another good one from Villa. Oh, I've got 100 files in there. Oh no. Let's see. Take this one out. I'm gonna have to make a new section. Yep. God, I already got 100 files in this one. Wow. There we go. It's loading.
That's a safe bet. But if Avon is right, we'll probably all be dead anyway.
Dead? Is that your idea of a safe bet?
So
I love him.
Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. I have 10. Almost that. I'm out of brands too, because I'm using 2 other brands. Yep. So let's see here. So let us continue with the fondue. But thank you again for those memberships and donations. Much appreciated.
What's Kegel? Well, putting the Christmas stuff away already. It's only mid-February.
Yeah. Now you know I was in trouble. I did have the flu for 2 weeks. Yeah. So, but and I like keeping the damn tree up. And every time I walk by, I play the. I have my Shuttlecraft Enterprise, Spock here. Live long and prosper. It's like, could you stop plastic? That's my favorite ornament on the tree, the Galileo 7 ornament, which is great stuff. So let me play that one. Let's see here. Do I have room? Let's try it. But it's just a fun part of the holiday for me is having that Christmas ornament play. So, which is all good. Yep. Let's see. It's under TOS, I think here. Let's see. Double dumbass on you. No.
What you looking for?
Oh, my video of the ornament, the Galileo ornament clip here. Let's see. Is this it? Let's see. That might be it. Yep. There we go. Oh, come on. Load up, computer. Oh, you've got 100. You got 100 files. I got to take something off. Yep.
Yeah.
You always got to take something off. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it gives you a lot if you consider it. It lets you make other,
Yeah, if you make other
thingies like I guess what do you call it? For other
brands,
whatever brands. Still, it's annoying.
It should be 150 or 125. Yeah, you run out. Yeah.
I wish it was.
Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Spock here. Happy holidays. Live long and prosper.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Nice. I was gonna say if they're gonna let you have all those brands, I wish it was just on one where you could use it. Just do it all where you don't have to switch brands and shit. That's all.
Yeah, or like I actually was on StreamYards live with the person who helps teach people to do it. I said, well, could you have folders like I could have a Star Trek folder in in the videos? She's like, no, we do it with the brands. But I'm like if you could have, like you said, you'd have one of them. The idea is like
brands.
You got to switch brands. Now, like it's not bad when I do Fortnite. Like I have all my stuff set up for Fortnite, and like I do like a local volunteer group, so I switch to that brand if I'm doing that group. But yeah, it would be nice if you had that stuff.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
So here's the Star Trek floor. Got to leave the ornaments up. Yeah. So here's the fondue almost done, and of course you put a little bit of nutmeg in there, and you put some pinch of salt. You don't need much salt, pinch of salt, and then you also put your Kirsch in here. You do a jigger of Kirsch, and of course your wine, which is great stuff. So here's the stirring the fondue. So it's getting thicker there. Oh, it was so damn good. It came out really good. Yep. So there's the fondue on the table. And normally you don't do potato. This is all American stuff that shouldn't be there, but you can do potatoes. Potatoes is more with raclette. But it's okay. It's semi-acceptable.
Sure.
Yeah, Kirsch. Yep, JT Kirk. Yeah, it's cherry brandy. Yep. Yeah, I went to the store. I'm like, "Where's the Kirsch?" Like
Kirsch. What is that? Is that the cheese there?
Yeah, it's the cheese. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Looks good. Just dip the bread in there, right?
Yeah. Would you eat that?
Yeah. What was in that cheese again? Maybe I wouldn't. What was in the cheese?
Gruyere cheese. Yep. So it's Gruyere cheese.
What was in it? Just cheese.
Oh, I'll tell you what's in it. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what's in it. Yep. Here, I'll pull the recipe over here. Yep. So let's see what's got my.
It looks innocent.
Yeah, so let me save this as a PDF here.
You just dip stuff in there, of course.
Yeah, you just dip stuff. You dip normally bread. It's normally the bread that you dip in there. Let me save this.
Oh, JT Kirk. Whoa.
Yeah, it's food prawn.
Oh dear. We could be playing the game of Rassilon at this very moment. Your tone doesn't inspire much confidence, Doctor. I gather we are not expected to win. Come along, Brigadier. There you go. That does look good. This bread. Oh, just some bread on cheese. Cheese on bread.
Bread on cheese. Yeah, no, it's
into it.
It's simple stuff. Yep.
Don Ranger Power.
Hey, Don.
What up, Don, buddy?
How's it going?
He is mighty morphin fantastic, I bet you.
I bet you if you had Power Rangers had a fondue, they'd fight better.
True.
Probably,
True.
Right? Yeah.
Those fondue Power Rangers.
There we go. So full screen. So here's the Swiss fondue recipe. So it's 2 pounds of grated Gruyere cheese, which is probably more popular than Swiss cheese in Switzerland, I think. And I think it's a better cheese than the Swiss cheese, the Emmentaler with all the holes in it. Emmentaler is good for sandwiches, but yeah, so you've got cornstarch, which thickens it, flour thickens it, nutmeg, a little teeny bit, baking soda, tiny little bit, 2 cups of white wine, 1 jig of Kirschwasser, which is cherry brandy, adds a little sweetness to it.
No.
What don't you like?
Alcohol in there?
Yeah, but it burns off. It's not getting you drunk. And 1 round loaf of Italian bread. Not French baguettes aren't as good. It's the Italian bread is actually better with the big, and salt and pepper. And then that's the recipe there. So no, it's very simple to do. It's good stuff. So I'll share that to the Twitter. So
might be good.
It's good. Oh, it's good. Yeah. So
you made that?
Or yeah, I made it. Yeah. You never had that before? Or?
No, sir. I don't think so. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, that cooks out. I'm when I was a kid. No, I know, but I'm against alcohol.
Yeah, but it's just the flavor.
I know it's an ingredient. I'm being silly on purpose. I promise you. I know that. Yeah. Look, I'm saying I would definitely go and give that a shot.
Try it. Yeah. And the other fun thing is
they're not taking it seriously. Like I think it's going to get me drunk. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I'm old enough to know that, fellas.
RR.
Hey, RR.
Super chat. When Brainiac bellowed, "I am inevitable," and used the sword of Kalas to tear open the TARDIS's flux capacitor and destroy Loreth and Loreth. I can't say that correctly. From Lord of the Rings. Lotharian from Lord of the Rings. Forever, I wept. Thank you, RT.
And well, you should. Well done, as always, RR. Love it. Good stuff. Quality poetry, sir.
Yeah, well, let's play something good for that.
Hello, computer.
And find some clips we haven't played in a while here. Let's see.
Can we play one?
Now, you got no outside mirror.
No, we lost that.
You have no functioning gauges.
No, not a one. However, the radio still works. Funny as that may seem.
I was about to play the same exact one.
You were?
Yeah, so you may as well do the sequel.
Do you feel this vehicle is safe for highway travel?
Yes, I do. Yes, I really do. I believe that. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
Crazy.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
How about one more?
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
Lois
yes,
Lane.
they are.
Did you ever watch that episode of Seinfeld? I know you're not a Seinfeld.
I know of it. Yeah. I
never
saw. I don't think I ever watched the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know why, right? Because I was gonna, and then just everything kind of went sideways, and all of a sudden.
Let's just say we'd like to avoid any imperial entanglements.
Well, that's the real trick.
Yeah. For sure, yeah. But yeah, no, that's a great. I love Seinfeld. I mean, it's just a show about nothing, but it's hysterical, and everyone's a Larry David fan now. Curb Your Enthusiasm has the last season out. I gotta do some reviews of that. So, but it's hysterical. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this was a very successful dinner. It came out. Oh, it was damn good fondue. Probably not as good as Dad makes, he would say, but pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. So
that's who? Oh, you did me?
As my dad would make it. Yeah. So
you did the best you could.
Yeah, I did the best as I could. Yep.
Best as you could.
Let's see. Was that the last video? I thought I took more videos with the. You know, sometimes when you forget to press record. Oops. I think I did though. Yep. Yeah. So that's our Sunday Night Geekery food.
Eatery.
I hope you. Sunday Night Geekery Eatery. Thank you. Yep. So I hope everyone is sufficiently hungry now. Oh, I didn't take a picture of dessert, but we had chocolate ice cream and hot lava cake, which was good. Good eats too. Mom always says ice cream. She's like, it's hysterical. Yeah, she's yeah, that's how George's father died. And then his fiance passed away from licking all the envelopes for their wedding. She got poisoned from licking all the wedding envelopes. Oh, what a crazy show that was. Yeah. Totally nuts. Yeah. So the other thing we're going to talk about tonight, and everyone was just excited to do it, was talk about Madam Web.
Talk about a movie we haven't seen.
More movies. It was I'm violating the Prime Directive, which is don't talk about something unless you've seen it. But
so we could just talk about it in the third person in the sense that we know people who hated it and said it sucked. Because we have a good buddy who did review it.
Yeah, so check out J-Man's review.
Let me see if I can find J-Man's review. I'll put the link in the chat.
Oh, Bob Marley beat $51 million. Well, is that
what happened?
Oh, I did want to see that. It killed Madam Web. Yeah, the Bob Marley movie. Yeah. So let's check this out.
The Bob Marley movie, huh?
Let's see here. I'm big in it. Bob Marley. I love reggae music. Love Bob Marley, who died way too young. This biopic beats expectations with 51 million holiday debut. I guess I consider this weekend, President's Weekend, a holiday. I don't consider it a holiday, but Madam Web collapses. Well, how could it collapse if it never went anywhere to begin with?
Yeah. By the way, everybody, there's go to J-Man's video right there for a review of Madam Web. You'd almost play his video if you want. He wouldn't mind.
He probably wouldn't mind, right? Yeah.
But you don't have to do that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. But everyone check that out. But I like that picture. That's a cool picture.
Watch his video on his channel. We want to take him a view.
Yeah.
So go watch his video on his. I love how he put Madam. He puts in his thumb and he puts in his title. Madam Web is garbage. So what do you think he thought of it?
Ouch.
And he gives it a fair review, though. That doesn't matter. Fair reviews don't matter with some people. They still get mad at you, so it doesn't really matter. But
yeah,
he gives it a fair review.
Oh, I'm teasing Phantom Outside. I just never considered president. I liked it when we had Washington's Day and Lincoln's Day, separately. I don't like this President's Day where they mash all the presidents together. Give me old-fashioned Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday. But
it's just a joke, man.
And a lot of people don't get the day off too. My wife doesn't get the day off tomorrow.
Just state and I think schools maybe.
Schools are off. Our schools are off here. Yeah. But yeah.
But look, hey, if presidents have been but just George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's days and stuff, especially George Washington's really, should be.
They combined them all. So I guess is it a holiday for Bill Clinton tomorrow too?
No, that's what I'm saying. It should be. There really should just be one, George Washington, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, then they added Lincoln's birthday. Yeah, most schools
should just be George Washington. But anyway, that's just my opinion. But anyway,
but that's another story that we're not getting into. But so Paramount's musical biopic, Bob Marley, One Love, ruled in its box office debut, beating expectations with 27.7 million over the traditional weekend and 51 million during the 6-day holiday stretch. It was initially projected to generate 30 to 35 million, but it experienced an uptick because of Doug Love, which landed an encouraging cinema score from movie great word of mouth.
Yeah.
And I love Bob Marley's music, and they did a good job advertising, I think, during the Super Bowl. And of course, those Jamaica commercials are always playing his music too. So you still hear about Bob Marley, hear his music all the time. And I love reggae music. So I always have a couple of channels playing reggae and Pandora. So let's see. Critics weren't as fond of the by-the-numbers retelling of Marley's life and musical career as evidenced by the film's 43% average on Rotten Tomatoes. But sounds like the people didn't care. Right? Sometimes the critics are too critical. Ziggy Marley said, my family are honored with the amazing response to Bob Marley, One Love. Like my father's music, this movie is meant for people with this message of peace, love, and unity. Is clearly connecting with audiences around the world. We thank the people for embracing this film and doing so, helping to highlight the message of one love. Yeah, so was it Elvis last year or 2 years ago? So you've had some pretty
couple years back.
And then you had the David Bowie documentary out last year. I just watched that. That is kind of, I liked it, but didn't like it. I thought you really saw the quirkiness side of David Bowie, but I wish they had some more played a little bit more of the music and gotten a little bit more stuff. It was kind of like they made a strange esoteric documentary which kind of fit Bowie, but in some ways I think they didn't cover parts of his career, aspects of his career, but still worth watching though. But I can see why it's more of a documentary. This is more of a fictional, probably retelling of his life, which would be more popular. Yep. So ticket sales for One Love easily led in North America over fellow newcomer Madam Web. Sony's superhero suspense thriller. Sounds like not much of a thriller, starring Dakota Johnson as a paramedic with psychic abilities and association to Spider-Man. Opened in second place with 17.6 million over the traditional weekend and 25 million during the same 6-day period. Ouch. Ouchies, ouchies, ouchies. Because what did the Spider-Man movies do? Like 50 million in one day, or more?
They make like one showing of a Spider-Man movie, even when it isn't very good, will make more than this whole day in a week.
Yeah.
It's insane. But here, I'll just tell you what I know about it because I've watched reviews of people who say this. Now, remember, everyone, we haven't seen it, and hey, look at Paulie's here.
Hey, Paulie. Yep.
Whoa. Oh, he's seen.
Oh, good. Yeah, I have to watch.
You should come hang out with us one of these times. If not tonight, one of these nights on the Geekery, Paulie. But yeah, he's actually seen One Love. Cool. Would like to hear about it, man.
Yeah. So you're probably busy now, but let me know if you're not. Let us know.
Come hang with us. Let us know. Send you a link, dude.
Because Bob Marley tragically died of cancer at such a young age, and he thought that. I don't know how much. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know how much the government goes, or the movie goes into the. I'll just say alleged now government attempts on his life, and there were some attempts on Marley's life, and I think some factions of the family thought that he had been, cancer had been. This is quote unquote, cancer was
on the way, buddy.
Oh, awesome! Yep, you got him. You got it.
I got it.
Love it. Yep. And
yes,
he did die from skin cancer. He had skin cancer under his toenail, and he's actually he's half white. His father was Dutch, if I believe correctly, Bob Marley. So that could have helped. Unfortunately, made him more susceptible to skin cancer. I was just that everyone you should go every year to get checked out by your skin doctor. Just
have the link, buddy.
All right, awesome.
That'd be great. I'm glad to see. Cool. Well, yeah, because I'd heard about this movie, but a little bit, but I hadn't heard much until recently. So,
and so unfortunately, he ended up with cancer and passed from skin cancer. But and I had some spot under my toenail.
What year was that?
I was probably gonna be in the 70s. He passed.
You said you had a spot. What'd you say?
Yeah, no, under my toenail, but I think it's from dropping some of my toe. But I had the doctor check it. Like I always think of Bob Marley. Like, well, if it doesn't go away in 2 weeks, come back to me or check it out, because it looks like it's just it's nothing. It's from banging your toenail or whatever. Not to get too graphic, but always go.
Oh, that's crazy.
You should always go get checked out because it's so damn preventable too. So
yeah.
But
wow.
Yeah, I love reggae music, and one of my friends at work is Trinidad and Tobago native, and he's always playing, and got some Haitian buddies too, so always playing some really
81.
Great,
wow, 81. Okay,
81. Yep.
Oh goodness, wow, it was good though. It was amazing.
Yeah. So
great. Paulie sees everything out there. I don't know. We'll have to ask him if he saw Madam Web. I don't know if he saw that.
He did, because he did a review of Madam Web.
Oh, he did. He did. Oh, good God.
Yeah. So he could mention that for a few.
Yeah. People who have seen it tell me that there's no actual superhero scenes in it, like this stuff in the trailer where you see some supposed to be like their glances of the future where these chicks are in their costumes and stuff, but there's nothing really in the movie like that. Here we got Paulie popping in right now. Yo, bro.
Hey, Paulie. Thank you for popping in. Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Much appreciated.
What's up, bud?
The chicken things on the high table. Sorry,
that's cool.
Tending to our doggies.
How's it going, buddy? Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in.
Pretty good, man. Just relaxing with the pups and and the fam.
Nice.
And
Nice.
they're gonna do the last walk, and it's like, well, can I go live for a few minutes? He's like, yeah, go ahead.
That'd be great. I'm glad
Thank you.
you're
Thank you.
here.
Yep.
It's been a while. But
Yeah. So what's up, man?
doing a
How you
usual
guys
Sunday
doing?
Night Geekery.
Well, thank you for saving me from seeing Madam Web, because the buddy that I always go to see Marvel movies with, my buddy Chris, texted me on Thursday. He's like, "Do you want to go see? Do you want to go see Madam Web?" I'm like, all the reviews are saying it's bad, and Paulie,
Right.
my buddy Paulie, just said it was.
Yeah.
Everybody said this is pretty
Said it was-
consensus here, man. There's a consensus going on. I can feel it.
And I watched your review, and everyone should go watch your review. I'll put the link in. But
Yes.
how bad was it? Just so we.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. I mean, it's just poorly made, executed. Writing. I mean, there's like some interesting ideas, but it's just bad.
Just bad all around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not
like you and me, we like we both kind of like Shang-Chi, and I thought there were parts of it. I know Clobberin Time's not a fan.
Right.
I mean, compared to that, I mean, you're saying it's almost unwatchable in terms of the bad composition of the movie.
It's not like a good bad watch, like Morbius, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
I'd seen that.
You know, this is just okay, so what I liked is that, you know, it's what 20 years before, it's like,
Yeah, like 2003 or something, huh?
right,
Like
it takes place supposedly the year Peter Parker's born. So she's that's when she go, you know, she has her accident, she goes blind, and she's at the end of the movie, she's sitting in her wheelchair,
chair.
you know, yeah, like soon to be the gray hair Madam Bow. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then she's got the gang of young web slingers. But man, you had to sit through so much, like just.
So that's at the end of
lame-
the movie, then, basically, or
That's at the end.
ah,
That's at
You
the
don't-
end.
And you don't
So-
get any superhero stuff like you see in the trailers. From what I hear, is that true? I've heard that's like, yeah,
That's
pretty much
that
nothing
scene
like
where
that.
at the end, they're never
Wow.
in, and they're never in that present time. The girls are never in their suits. It's foreshadowing her, you know, some, you know, like her clairvoyant powers,
Yeah.
what she sees them as, or what the bad guys, you know, spoilers, guys. The
Sure.
bad guy who saps from the spider.
Yeah, Ezekiel.
He keeps having this recurring vision that the girls are going to kill him, and so that's
Yeah.
why he goes after them. I mean, like, so to me, like the way I just described, it's like just kind of more interesting than the movie was. You know, it's kind of like one of those bad issues of a comic. Like maybe it's part of like a 4-part limited series of a comic book, and you know
Yeah.
this one's the weak one. You know it's going to get better than the next one. That's what this is.
Oh, God.
yeah, because the
Wow.
Madam Web character is an interesting character, but one of the most despised thing about about Spider-Man was Ezekiel and Moreland storyline.
Oh,
from
God, that's so terrible.
Was that the 90s?
No, it was early 2000s. That was a
2000s?
Straczynski run. That was so I hated his run. A lot of people did.
Because it tried to make Spider-Man, his powers were through a totem, and it wasn't technology based, and there's all these Spider-Men and Spider-Women
Right.
around the
Oh, it
world.
sucked.
Did they touch on that in the movie at all?
yeah.
Or?
Yeah. That
I
was
despise that.
Yeah, at the
so-
beginning. Yeah.
I mean, so for the normie, it's kind of a cool element, you know, as far as the mom searching for a cure, which you find out that it's a cure for her baby inside her, who's Cassie, who's Dakota's, not soon to
Yeah.
be born. And the spider people are kind of cool, you know. It kind of works, but it's, you know, it really doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah. And how could they not have those characters in costume too, especially those gorgeous ladies? It's like,
Oh, Julia
to
Carpenter.
see them in costume,
Couldn't
fighting
see it.
crime.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that they're all really cute. They're totally capable actors,
Yeah.
right? It's not like they're terrible, but they just had terrible dialogue situations. And it's just kind of weird that, Sydney Sweeney's playing a teenager and, she's not a
Yeah.
teenager.
No, it's almost 30, right?
Yeah, so it's like, why not have like that just year one of all of them? Like they all have their powers year one, boom.
Yeah, just
'Cause,
go for it then.
They look great. They actually look good because there's fight scenes very quickly of the black girl character. That was the coolest one, I think, for me, because she has like the legs coming out of her and she's got her fro. It looked
That's
crazy.
Maddie. That's Maddie. Maddie.
Maddie. Yes.
Maddie. Yep.
Yeah.
She's a swap character, but
she's swapped.
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying
she
like
was portrayed well, and she was the fight scenes are cool with her.
It was a second. It was just so brief, that
It's gone.
It was gone.
So they get their powers at the end of the movie, basically. So they're setting up.
Right. That was like not a flashback, but a premonition or something, right?
It's a premonition. It's a vision.
Yeah.
Right. And he keeps having, and he sees the different women killing him. Again, that's kind of cool, but
yeah.
It is kind of cool. And it's a good motive for the bad guy, but he's just not very good.
Do they have Moreland in it, or is it just Ezekiel?
I don't think there's Moreland.
Just Ezekiel.
Just Ezekiel. Okay. Yep.
Moreland's
Let me read this super chat from RRTNZ. Thank you, RRTNZ. It says, when Madam Web mumbled by Odin's beard as Harry used his lightsaber to slay Doomsday and drive the Nazgul away from King's Landing, I chuckled.
More RR poetry. Well done, sir.
So, well, let's play something. Play something.
Play them something. There you go.
Serenity now.
And
how about this one?
You don't do heavy metal in Dobley, I mean,
In what? In what?
In Dobley, I mean, you can't.
In Dublin. She means Dolby, all right? She means Dolby.
That clip's so loud. I gotta make that one softer.
There you go.
Yeah, so let's show some pictures of Madam Web.
Yes. Now
movies. So the actresses do look.
They
great,
changed Julia Carpenter's name to Julie Cornwall for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, they didn't go with Carpenter? Yeah.
No, that's the Sydney Sweeney character is that version of Spider-Man. It's supposed to be Julia Carpenter. They never explain why. Not that it matters much, but I'm just saying.
Kind of like Bruce Banner on TV.
But backwards.
Got changed, yep.
Yeah.
So Madam Web is an older lady, of course. So I guess, as Paulie said, she becomes I guess at the end of the movie, that's when you see her in the wheelchair and she's blind.
Yeah, she's not actually an action-oriented type of a character either. She's and there's a picture of the comics she first appeared in right there, an Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, she's almost like an oracle type character, I would say.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to, but with a supernatural bent, obviously. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard Peter Parker is born in the film. And the Ben Parker's in it. For what that's worth.
That's Ezekiel. Julia Carpenter. I guess that's her. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney.
Well, there's a bait and switch poster if you're ever going to see one.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's
advertising.
What Paulie is saying. Yeah, that's at the very. That's got to be her at the very end of the movie, I'm guessing. Yeah. And of course, if you watched any of the Spider-Man cartoons, Madam Web had
she was on there. Yeah.
On there too. Yep. So
before after Voldemort did a dance off against Captain Sulu to prevent the Ents from destroying the Battlestar Galactica.
I think that's how that went down. Yep.
We created a monster. These two.
Yeah.
Oh dear!
This looks like a redo of one of the cover. Oh, it's a trade.
It is a redo of the first appearance. Yeah, that's
paperback. Yep.
They got a Spider-Man versus and Madam Web trade paperback out there to coincide with the movie, no doubt.
Yeah. So here's the cast. Yeah, they're very good-looking cast. The ladies, let's say that.
Playing teenagers, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're all very cute and very and likable. It's just that they're kind of annoying. for most of the film, and it's like, it's just it's kind of like that same you kind of doing the same action over and over. What I mean by that is, okay, I'm going to be an annoying teenager at the diner. I'm going to be the annoying teenager in the forest. Like it just kept, it was just like on repeat, where it's like you guys are just kind of repeating the same lines. And I just
same
didn't.
situation, same, just within the movie over and over, yeah.
And the thing with Cassie is that for being is this dumb? It's like it's like she's an EMT, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's her career. Da, 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 da. It takes her a long time to figure out what's going on. She's kind of an idiot.
Because she's having these premonitions, right? It seemed like that from the trailer, and she's not. So she's
yeah,
not sure what's
but
happening.
it's like, come on, dude, figure it out. And then there's a hilarious part where she like all of a sudden like takes a quick trip to Peru, visits the spider people. It's like, oh my god.
So there's a village of spider people, basically.
Early on in the flashback, you see several that save the mom. And take her to this well, right, where it's got healing powers and spiders.
And that's how.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
No, I
hold
got
on
you.
a second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, it looks like it's actually filmed in some of it's in New York City. That's
sorry, I'll be right back again. Sorry.
Okay, bud.
Yep,
Okay, bud.
no problem. Yep. That's I recognize Grand Central Station there.
Yeah.
So, as a New York area person, yep, a lot of stuff is filmed there. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you're playing teenagers, you do look a little old to be playing. I mean,
they've always had adults play teenagers.
Yeah. And hiding in Central Park in the 80s, really a safe place. Yeah, well, back in the 80s, yeah. Well, it depends on where you were in Central Park, and if you're right on the,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on.
But yeah,
you're right, and if you're walking through there at night, it's there were some bad things that happened in Central Park. Yep.
It's just that you're going to make. First of all, you're already disadvantaged when you're making a quote unquote superhero film about very, very unknown characters, and then when you make the thing and you don't even have any superhero action whatsoever, you show some shots in the trailer that turn out to be like little flashes or stuff that but aren't like. You don't deliver even with unknown superheroes. In other words, there's no superpowered people running around having any kind of action whatsoever. You don't even introduce these characters properly. You know that one day they're going to be these Spider Women thingies, and that's it. And that's all the movie is there to show you. It's not going to cut it. People are going to watch that and go, "This is not what anyone wants to go see," and it will bomb.
Yeah, because it sounds like this whole movie is getting to that point where they're in costume at the end, and maybe they could have made this that part a half hour of the movie and then have them all in costume and get
but they never do
adventure.
They never do it. Even like make you wait, because I've heard a lot of reviewers, including Jay and I think Gary and some other people have said, that at one point I think Jay said about an hour into the movie, he's looking at his watch, he's going, "This has been an hour and I'm not getting anything to do with superheroes or these young women turning into superheroes or what have you."
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with any of that. Well, it's kind of what you signed up for.
Well, yeah, I always talk about the Incredible Hulk, the first movie, the Ang Lee version, and my one of my best friends has got ADHD, so forgive me for making fun of people with ADHD, but this is all in good nature. And so we're at the movie, and he's like, and my buddy Brian hates to sit. He can't sit still. He's always got the joke is like always handing him something, or like got this Hulk thing. Like the joke would be like he's got to be fidgeting with something. So we're in the movie theater, and he's like, "Are we in the right movie?" He's like, "Where's the Hulk? When's the Hulk gonna smash? When do we get to see Hulk smash?" So I got this little Hulk smash. I should get him one of these. I showed you guys this, but my Hulk smash. So if you get angry during the day, you can. I don't know if you can hear that. But
wait, which movie was that again?
the first Hulk movie, you know, the
The first
Ang Lee
one,
one.
oh, that Ang Lee garbage. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going crazy.
was
He's
so
like,
bad.
he's like, when are we going to get the Hulk in this? And of course, that was when
Yeah.
CGI was at its
Yeah,
infancy.
it did take
and
some time, didn't it?
Yeah, but that he went crazy. Yeah, let's read this
That movie
clip from
sucked.
our
Hey, Ravenscroft.
JT Greer. Hey, Ravenscroft. That was all just before Doc Ock fought against the Gorn to get the flux capacitor from Cara Dune so they could join the Rough Riders, fight against the Cylons. Yeah.
Man, you keep encouraging that, you're going to get a lot more.
Yeah. Well, that's what I don't like, Fanty, about that whole Moreland
I hate
and
that shite.
Ezekiel, because it's making not just one accident. They're saying that there's all these spider people and spider totems, and you know, I have every one of those comics and read them all, but it was driving me nuts.
Peter Parker's origin.
Yeah, and Ezekiel is this all-powerful character that's out to kill him, and didn't Ezekiel have?
Yeah, I hated that comic.
The
Especially-
spider,
It
spider
destroyed Peter Parker's origin. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Straczynski doing that, and I like Straczynski sometimes, but again, they could not write comics.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey,
Thanks,
buddy.
no, no problem, no problem. Glad
Yo,
you're
yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
yo.
yo, sir.
But I was watching your video though. At least people said they had fun hanging out with their buddies, right? But you said, or Chris Gore said, but go to another movie with your buddies if you can, or go see.
I mean, yeah, I was basically like, go see the Beekeeper.
The Beekeeper, right?
And yeah. I mean, yeah,
What's out there that you did like lately? Besides that, obviously Beekeeper.
Well, obviously the Beekeeper. I've seen it twice. And then I just saw today the Bob Marley movie.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that for a few minutes with minor spoilers, I guess, or it's a biopic. So it was like when I was in the movie theater watching Apollo 13, and there were some girls in front. I was like, "Gee, I hope they make it at the end."
Boy, I hope the Titanic doesn't go down.
Wow. And that was a long time ago too, no?
Yeah.
People only got dumber since then.
Wow. Yeah,
that's
90s.
hilarious. That's hilarious.
So did they tell Bob's whole life story basically? Or they just take a snippet of his life and
it's present time, I believe, like mid 70s to his passing.
Okay.
And with incredible flashbacks. It's an incredible film. I was really moved and reminded of you know, what he stood for, and obviously his music. I was just pretty yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a weird time of night.
That's okay. No,
we're
all good. Yeah, we're all.
So it was, and then the lead actors,
very good,
just incredible actor. He also played Malcolm X a few years ago in a movie called One Night in Miami. And,
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that was a fictional account. Like they all hung out together with Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, and Malcolm X, and that's a really good movie, man.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that movie. Yeah,
and he played Malcolm X, this actor here. It was.
So you really loved it, yeah? It sounds
well. It's like you know,
but it's a depressing in some ways, I guess, too, right? I mean,
well, it's tragic, but in his, you know, because he was 36.
Yeah, very young. Yeah,
he was. I mean, but he got his for, you know, he really unified his, you know, his country. And
yeah, I mean, did they get into the oppression in Jamaica and the corruption and the?
They do. It's very and that's the thing that I really loved about it also too, is that there's nothing heavy-handed about it, and yet it's part of his story, right? But it's not like there's no modern heavy-handedness. It's actually beautifully done. It's like your old school biopic, to where there's even a scene where they're like, you know, like, what's this white guy doing here? Like there was like a, you know, a white friend or whatever, and they're contemplating whether or not to have the concert after he's been shot at. And then Bob's like, "Hey, don't do that." Like it's like very subtle, but like why the white boy stays.
Yeah, well, he was half white too, Bob
He's
Marley.
half white, and that's in the
A lot of
film.
people don't know that. Oh, that's
No.
in the film. They talk about his dad,
Yeah,
because his dad abandoned the family. I think, if I'm
yes,
correct, from
yes,
used to watch some documentaries years ago on Bob Marley. I'm like, oh, I
right.
never knew that. And that helps shape the person that you are too. I mean, your background, how you grew up.
And even when he talks about it, because he talks about it, it's documented in the interviews. They've interviewed him, and they show some of that footage. But this man's performance, Kingsley, I think it's Benadir, forget his name.
Yeah, Benadir, they're saying here. Yep.
Yeah, Kingsley Benadir. You're just so taken with him that you just, to where even when he talks about his pain and struggle without having that father, it's almost like he says it with a smile, which is Bob Marley, because Bob Marley like had no vengeance in him, and he even against the people that shot at him. Just brilliant. There's even a really cool scene where they're in the. You want to just one spoiler?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's his life story, so people should know his life story. Yep.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Okay.
warning, everyone, if you want to turn off
Right.
for a second.
It's more of a little music history, which I need to tunnel back because I didn't know that Bob Marley saw the Clash perform live in a club, and that was a cool little scene. Yeah, that was a cool little scene. And
where were the Clash in Jamaica, or was he just abroad?
No, they were in the UK.
They're UK. Okay, yeah.
After he got his assassinated attempt, he left Jamaica. He's like, take the kids to Delaware. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm gonna, we're gonna make some music. And that's when when he did Exodus, and just they blew up. Hi, Courtney. But there was a great scene in the what's the song? Courtney should know. The Clash. Is it Quiet Riot? White Riot.
Yeah.
White Riot. The Clash is performing White Riot in front of this freaking crazy ass crowd, and the Rasta guys are in the back just watching these guys. And it's the first time I really liked Latasha Lynch. She played Rita Marley.
She was really good in it. You liked her, yep.
I've never liked her before, and I'm like,
what have I seen her in?
She's been in a bunch of different stuff.
Okay, sounds familiar. Oh, was she in that Bond, that stupid last Bond movie or whatever?
Let's look her up.
No time to watch or whatever.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
That's her.
And she was in something else.
She was like kind of like in a couple strong
Captain Marvel
roles.
or something.
This is a real role.
She was in Captain Marvel.
Rita Marley was, they had some incredible scenes together.
And it's always, a lot of times it's the writers and the directors that screw up these actors too. As I say, it's, usually these people are extremely talented, and it's just, not always. I mean, but a lot of times they're doing what the director says, and we kind of get mad at their portrayals. It's more,
but yeah, no, I know. Listen, unless they write the scripts themselves, you can't really blame the actors. 95% of the time they're just showing up and saying the lines. It's just they're just doing their job, and most of the time they're doing the best they can. Here they had a great script. The director, he had a great confidence in the filmmaking. It was almost that very kind of like vaulted biopic level. So it wasn't like there wasn't anything kind of indie. It was very much a big. It had the big studio feel. I don't know how much money this was cost to make, but the guy who directed this made it look like $1 zillion. It's like the sound and the the totality of some of these decisions that he makes. Dude, I actually was teared up at the end, because a lot of us were clapping and singing at the end. Oof. Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah, I have to go see that. Yeah, that would be. Sounds like a good date night movie instead
Perfect
of
date night movie.
instead of Madam Web. And I love Bob Marley's music and
right.
Maybe,
yeah.
I mean, if you love reggae, and even if you don't, probably you'd still love it. But
I don't. I think most music lovers are gonna love Bob Marley. I was thinking about why this was like number one, and it makes complete sense. Is that he was a global figure? Obviously, he would have been longer lasting, but his legend looms large. That it goes beyond color. It really does. He touched everyone. It's in his lyrics, and just as far as he can't wait for the color of the skin to just not be an issue anymore. It was brilliant. Brilliant.
Great message. And it's also not when you listen to the music, you're enjoying that music, and then hopefully you're distilling that message, but it's not banging you over the head with the message too. Hard to describe.
No, I never got that at all. I never got that at all. Again, it was all done in it actually, there was some heavy-handedness in the trailer, and some of those scenes were not in the film, and I was like, oh, that's great. They were great together. And you know what too, he's not the perfect guy. She talks about his other women and his other kids, which that's
they didn't leave that out, right?
They didn't leave it out. And this was the Marley Productions. Ziggy and Stephen Marley were hand in hand on it. And in fact, Ziggy Marley, they had a clip of him before the movie started, him thanking us and saying, I was on the set every day. Wow. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens more than having more than one family. Our Uncle Joe famously, they found out years later, and our family had a whole other family.
Really?
Yeah, and he had named some of the kids the same name.
No.
Two Joes. They were, the thing is now too with the DNA tests, I hear people are finding out, half brothers and sisters that they never knew that they had. But no, I'm glad they did. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't try to cover things up. They put the good, bad, and the ugly, or in there too, because then it makes the guy look like a saint. And I love Bob Marley, but
right,
you want to have those warts in there too to show the
journey. But he never said that too about himself. No, I'm not a star. I'm none of that. I'm just Rasta. Yeah. Oh, and okay, that's another thing, right? They did not hide his religion in the film, which I loved. Which I didn't. It's like, if you don't know anything about the Rasta religion, it's all over this film. It's all over this film, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, well, if you're giving it high praise and and of course, it's the other thing too, is the word of mouth, right? This is picked to be a small movie. I knew it was coming out, but it's that word of mouth that gets people out. It'd probably actually maybe even do better the next weekend when the word of mouth gets out.
And it's a biopic. Oh, I can just wait to see it on streaming, Polly. You know what? It's a smaller film. We got to support these films like that are really good. Go out and see it, in the theater. One of my, because I was really into ska music as growing up, and he had the Wailing Wailers. They recorded some ska tunes in Jamaica, like in the 60s. Dude, they had that in the scene. Oh awesome. My god, I fucking lost it.
Because everyone was into ska music. Yeah, the Beatles famously played. That's all they grew up in the 50s, early 60s playing ska music. Yeah.
There's a great younger Bob Marley that's in her. There's 3 different ages of Bob Marley, but the young man Bob Marley, really good, and the young Rita Marley, very lovely, man, just well done. But they sing Simmer Down. Oh, dude.
Really good. So there's enough music in this to satisfy you too, because
there's tons of music. Yeah.
Sometimes they don't have enough music in these movies. And
Tons of music. You're keeping that catalog going.
Good.
You know, but it wasn't like Bohemian Rhapsody, like the next scene, hey, let's come up with We Will Rock You. No, it was like nice and organic story, you know.
But then just hop to song, and and
House-
Bohemian
yeah.
Rhapsody changed a lot of the, they had the Queen breaking up, and I was yelling at the movie theater. I'm like, they didn't break up, and no one knew he had AIDS at that point. They changed the story to make it more
Yeah, they
dramatic.
changed it around a little too much.
I'm like, you can't do that with a real person.
Yeah. Oh, and Brian, Peter Tosh and Jimmy Cliff were mentioned in the film.
Good.
Very quickly. So there's like a lot of like music Easter eggs. Like if if you're into your music history, so that was really cool. No, man, these guys really, it's very multi-layered, great performances, and very accessible. It's not like an indie flick, like I said,
Now, is it the actor Kingsley? Is he singing, or is it?
You know what?
Or you couldn't tell, or
I believe it's Marley's original
soundtrack.
Yeah, and I think they had enough live renditions of all his songs that they just they like kind of matched it. I think that's what I heard. Oh, who's that?
She's cute. Yeah. It
Oh
doesn't
my.
say. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh,
Carwa Tang?
Who that
she
is?
must have played. There was a very pretty woman that they showed a couple times, and I think they alluded to that woman as being either the girlfriend or maybe someone else, but we never found out who she was. I got a feeling she suffered the editing because she
She's
never had any
gorgeous,
lines
yeah.
in the film. She never had lines in the cut in the film.
Oh, probably, her lines got cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabrina Dowry Elba.
Yes, that's probably the woman that I'm thinking of. She had that, but yeah, just this is how you tell a story.
Yeah, and then going to the movie theater too is such a great experience. Like, we're lucky. I'm sure where you are, Paul, you've got all these fantastic movie theaters, but we have the Dobley, which you'll call it Dobley, but the Dolby Theater, the Dolby Theater near us, or you go for that experience too, and especially in that theater, the sound is amazing. So, I mean, I have a decent setup at home, but it can never equal one of those Dolby theaters or great AMC theaters, or with the reclining chairs and the subwoofers going and the speakers everywhere. Plus, you support a movie like this that you want to see more of. It's really great.
Yeah.
So you saw it in, I'm guessing, did you see it in one of those nice theaters with a
It
good
was just
sound?
a nice AMC theater at the Grove. It wasn't
Okay.
it wasn't one of the Prime or IMAX, but it was it was a mid-size, but it was really a great screen. And yeah.
And that makes a difference too, because the AMC near us, they now it's 10 years old, but they put in this whole complex, the great seats, the great screens. And then the movie they were going to Stanford, the guy's like, how come you guys have been coming here? It's like, well, because the AMC, across in New York is only, $3 more, and it's brand new, and the stadium seating. And so it makes a big, you pay a lot of money to go out. You want a good experience.
Yeah, man, I use my AMC A-list. That's it's like $25 a month, but I save money because it gets so expensive. So I used that today, and I had a free popcorn coming to me.
Nice, yeah. I do I don't do the A list, but I do the other, the one that's lower. What's it?
The B list.
$20 a B. I'm the B list. I'm the B list. But I get points, so I get free popcorn all the time. Or the only thing you can't use your points for is whenever they have the swag there. Like, I want to get the Dune, popcorn holder. And
that's so weird.
I'm like, but can I use my points? Like, no, you can't use your points for the swag. You got to use. But it makes sense to do either the A list, or if you don't go to as many movies, do that. What do they call it? AMC stubs, and you rack up your points. And what I do, I always buy the tickets for all my buddies because I'm the coupon clipper. So then I get all that, but then I give, do the free popcorn, or we share the popcorn. But I always buy all the tickets for everyone, so I get all the points, the AMC points. So, yeah, AMC has been doing a good job, and they got to do it now, especially after the vid. You want to bring people back to the theaters. So,
yeah, I'm actually happy that One Love is doing so well, and then probably what Dune's next week. So
yeah,
this is the right movie, the right time for it to be a hit, and it's probably one of the yeah.
Could it win an Oscar? Do you think, or do you think it would contend?
Maybe his performance. Maybe.
What did Elvis win? Did Elvis win?
He got nominated for a lot.
He got nominated, right? Did he win? He didn't win, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little more straightforward. Like, Elvis was very heightened reality. The thing is that it doesn't avoid some of the cliches, like, hey, what's wrong with your foot? You should get it checked by a doctor. All that's in there, but the acting is so well done. You're just
because didn't he not want to go to get that checked out at the doctor?
He was gonna wait till after the tour, after the European tour ended, and they're just like, and then one of the producers just happened to walk by. He's like, oh my god, dude,
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I was just saying I just went to the skin doctor, and the poor person, the doc had to, check you out. I apologize, doc, but and I had something under my toenail, and I'm like, can you check it? I think it's just drop something on it at work, but like, oh no, I think that's okay, but if it doesn't go away in 2 weeks, come get checked out. So always go to the skin doctor and get God forbid, because that's so preventable. That's my PSA. And we got a music expert here now. Oh, we both added Courtney.
Always
hey, Courtney.
Both added at the same time.
Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah, really fast. When he had the diagnosis with the doctor, and he says the fact that your foot's not healing, that's why we were concerned, because your foot should have healed, like the toe thing.
Yeah,
this is a very rare form that you have. Does anyone in your family have it? And then that's how that. So it was kind of clever. It's like, I didn't know my father.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then he says my father was white, and like the British doctor's mouth kind of drops. It was a good scene.
That's how they reveal who his dad is in the movie, or but it was a nice reveal.
I think it's the first time he verbalizes it, but we see it as the viewer in some of the flashbacks.
Okay.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's done well.
Well, it sounds great.
Yeah, man. Let me know what you think after you see it.
I will. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. Yeah. So so Bob Marley One Love made $33 million. This is just domestic.
Oh wow.
And Madam Web is 17 million. But I don't think Bob Marley has it been out as long? Let's see how many days it's been out.
No.
4 days. So it made 14 on Wednesday. Well, it's pretty big for a Wednesday opening. 4 million, 7.5, 12 million on Saturday, 8 and 5. Yeah, so that's pretty damn good.
Well, it's working off a $70 million budget. Let me see. Let me go to the numbers.
70 million. So not a cheap movie, but
I think for a biopic, and that's another thing too, is that they filmed all in Jamaica, the UK. Like, it's like wasn't on a set. It looked, it's like.
Plus, you got to pay for the rights to the songs too, because I have a buddy who's an advertiser. I always watch the Super Bowl with two ad execs, and the Bohemian Rhapsody or one of the other Queen songs.
Yeah,
he's like, that song's he's like, I tried to get that for a commercial, but it's $1 million just to get the song. So I don't know what deal the family had too, but you've got to pay for the rights to the music. And hail to Courtney. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, I was going to say, what are you guys doing to me? Kicking me out?
No, you were in, and then all of a sudden you disappeared.
Oh,
we would never kick Courtney out.
Let me share the
My
screen.
glasses are fogging on me because my face is so red and because I was hot for running, trying to
Hey,
get the dog
sweetheart.
inside. Hi.
2 days in a row.
I know. To what do I
So
owe this pleasure?
it's made to over 70 million worldwide.
Wow.
And look at the UK. That makes sense because
Yep.
you know, freaking huge there. France, he was, you know, Australia, Brazil, Germany. I mean, yeah, and it just came
It's had a
out.
lot of
So
international appeal. Yeah.
so it'll probably make money. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
great start.
Is this the Bob Marley that you're still
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
Are you
got
gonna
to
see it?
I never go out to movies, so I don't have anyone to go to a movie with, but I want to see it definitely at some point. I got to set up and be like when I worked as a hospitality girl, they called it, where I would like set up the green room and pick up the bands and stuff in the last town I worked in. And I did 2 years in a row, Kimani Marley, which was a lot of fun, which is just one of his millions of kids, but that was a lot of fun to do.
Were you into ska music?
I used to love like Operation Ivy, before they were Rancid. Like I'm not a huge Rancid fan, but Operation Ivy. But I love like Toots and the Maytals. I've seen them a bunch. I like old. Yes.
So yeah, they
I like the
have
Specials, the Starlights, a bunch of them.
well, but yeah, I mean they all go. Yeah. So anyways, they have the Wailing Wailers doing Simmer Down. So that's the very young,
nice,
babyface Bob Marley. And
who plays Bob Marley?
There's two different actors, but that Simmer Down was just so cool, man.
So the music is good. Like the music does it justice in the movie. That's important. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
But it's again, I can't sing its praises enough. When he's throughout the film, he's kind of learning and playing the lyrics to a Redemption song. Won't you help me sing?
Oh, so he's creating.
Joe Strummer did a good version of that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so did they know each other?
I don't know. Dope. I don't know if they knew each other.
Sure, they did.
But, I mean, Joe Strummer was the Clash, So I was writing in the chat before that. When you were talking about the song "White Riot," which is a Clash.
They're in the film. The Clash is in the film.
Clash kind of era, before they got more like,
but they love reggae. Yeah.
But I got to see Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros. It was 2 years before Joe Strummer died, and they did White Riot as the finale.
Nice.
And I was like freaking out. Everyone was freaking out because there were like a whole bunch of punks there to see him too. So it was fun.
Yeah, it was. So he's playing the song. This is like towards the end of the film, and he's got a campfire going on at his house, at his compound back in Jamaica, and the kids start coming out and he's singing it. And then Rita comes out with one of the babies, and he finishes and she's like, how long have you been working on that? Like she hadn't heard that before. And he's like, my whole life.
That's cool.
And then she says, you're ready. And like they're talking about he's ready to leave this world, like I was just like,
he wrote the perfect song. Oh my God, that's like touching.
It was really
I'll
touching.
cry if I see that. Like 100%.
Yeah. So all right, I know
the lyrics to that song are really touching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna read them. I was like, I know.
Well, I'm gonna pull them up. Yeah. I'll pull them up because I can't remember lyrics. Like it's funny when the song goes, you can.
Well, one of my favorite lines from that one from that song is "Emancipate yourself from mental slavery."
Slavery, none but yourself can set you free. Yep, I love that.
So deep, man. It's just.
And I wish I could emancipate myself from mental slavery every day.
Well, and the thing is that another reason why I was being so sappy on my review out of my theater review, because I'm like, I'm so upset that we're so divided over stupid shit, like watch this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's true. true.
It's so true because this is like people don't see how enslaved they are to just ridiculousness.
I wish I could play it, but obviously I can't. But everyone knows this song, so. But here are the lyrics here. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you hear a song, you don't really key into what it means or pay attention to some of the lyrics. But here's the line here. Yeah, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
Oh, that's
Have
what
no
it is.
fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Oh, so same. It's just part of it. We've got to fulfill the book.
Jeez, Jesus.
I mean, I can't do Bob Marley justice, but yeah.
Won't you help me sing? I can't sing.
Oh, and the
I still will,
camaraderie,
though.
the camaraderie with the band, with the Wailers, they were amazing.
Oh, they're good. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, dude.
Everyone's good. There's no bad part. Sounds like there's nothing bad
No.
about this movie or
No.
one actor, actress. It's
No,
like,
this
oh, they
is-
were a stinker.
Nope,
Yeah.
not in my book. Not in my
Yeah,
book.
great.
Which
Some
again,
of the
I was
critics-
like very surprised, but people were singing its praises, and it made all this money, and I needed to get out of the house. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go see this.
Go enjoy it, right? And use that A-list, right? Yep.
Use the A-list, baby.
You better get AMC as a sponsor, but
Oh man.
but
No, I don't want to be sponsored by like
Oh, that's
corporations
true.
like
Yeah,
that,
you
'cause
don't
then
want it. Yeah.
you're gonna have to pull a Stuckman.
Yes, every movie is good, right? Yeah. if
What
you
a
wanna-
bozo.
Yeah. But yeah, I was gonna check what let's see here, Bob Marley movie.
No, you got me super psyched for this movie.
I can't wait till you see it, girl.
There hasn't been a movie in a while that I've been
Yeah.
really, really super wanting to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Especially if they pulled it off.
I've been
right.
to the movie theater a few times by myself. I mean, there's no law against it, Courtney. I wish you had someone to go with, but
It's just hard. Like, I know of one movie theater in this town. I don't know anybody here. Like, I the people that I hang out with are
Yeah.
like the dude at the laundromat. Like, he's my buddy. You know what I mean? I go and like talk to him for hours when I'm doing laundry. I don't know.
No,
I mean, I
know,
get
but
out
yeah.
every day, but it's hard to make friends when you're when you're an adult, 2, you're divorced, 3, you don't have kids, and then 4, you don't drink, you don't go to bars or anything. So
Right.
it's like, and if I go to the gym, which I'm in PT now, so I'm not at the gym, I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm at the gym. Don't talk to me.
Don't look at me while I lift.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a band filming. Yep. Oh, DJ. Max Redstone is. I'm out of time
Good
for
night,
Z.
Max.
Good night, Max. Yep.
Night,
right
Max.
there.
buddy.
It's good.
Oh,
Good night,
Bobby
Max.
is up there.
Be good, brother.
He's like hidden
Yeah,
behind
Clubby's
my body.
been
Hey,
Bobby.
well, you guys, the music experts, I you know,
yeah.
No, I just didn't see you because on my StreamYard, the live is like right
okay.
across.
Yeah,
And I thought you would have been.
I try not to see me every day. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Hey, Larry. How's it going?
Larry, brother. All right, Larry. Actually, yeah. Hey, DJ.
Triple Larry. And then of course Bob
DJ's here.
Marley's. Who's there? Oh,
DJ Play
oh,
Nice.
DJ Play Nice for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Hey, DJ. Yep.
All right, buddy.
But and his music is going to sell like crazy now too. I mean, if you saw Tracy Chapman just did that great performance of Fast Car,
I heard it.
and the song
I
hit
love that
number
song.
1 again. Yeah, it's a
it
beautiful.
did?
Song,
It hit
great song.
one again? I didn't know
Hit number
that.
1 again. Yeah. So I was just-
Wow.
But you know,
That's pretty cool.
there's going to be a lot of great lessons for young generation if they watch this and they listen to the music, which I think is fantastic. You know,
You know-
just as far as unity and humanity and brotherhood.
I wonder if they get the same. I'm very curious because it's so weird for me to even think of like people not knowing Bob Marley. Like when I was in middle
Mhm.
school, it was like huge. You know what I mean? It was cool to be into Bob Marley and stuff like that. And maybe it was just who I hung out with, but like my brother used to play guitar and him and his buddies would sing. And, like,
43%.
That's what I was just going to say, Paulie. I was
Sorry,
reading.
Courtney.
what?
Sorry, yeah. It's
Wow.
I know,
I
you're
was
fine.
I was skimming this when you'd mentioned it, and
Yeah, man.
I saw and earlier I saw 43%. Some of the
Well, look
reviewers
at the
were saying
audience score. Wow.
Yeah, but that's when the
Yeah,
critics are a-holes sometimes, and they're
Mhm.
they were saying it was too straightforward. It was a boring
Wow.
take.
The
on his
critics are
life.
not one of us. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, um,
And the one thing
Yeah.
I don't like about Rotten Tomatoes too is, in the old days, like Siskel or Ebert, I kind of knew what movies they liked and whether or not to trust them, or like, well, Siskel's not going to like this movie anyway. So, but today there's so many damn shills out there. As Paulie was saying, you don't want a corporate sponsor. Who's gonna, who can you trust? So that's why I love, listening. Like, if Paulie gives it a good review, I'm going, right, or I'm definitely gonna watch it on streaming. Someone you can trust versus these people that are just paid off, or insiders, and So look at that divergence there, 43 to 93. If that many people like a movie, it's not a
then
stinker.
It's likable, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy. 143%.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you said, man. It's just.
Or people like to be negative just to get the attention. Like one DID, a particularly uninspired and deferential plot around the life and legacy of the Jamaican reggae star. That doesn't sound like the same movie you just told us about.
Well, I think what happens is that people are so cynical. So it's like, oh, another biopic. Okay, oh my god. All right, let's put it on. Oh, I can't believe this is.
You're right, Paulie. And a lot of people aren't very deep when it comes to music and lyrics and stuff like that. And a lot of people might not even think of the things we've been thinking about. Like this is a song that stands like very strongly for what's going on nowadays, even.
Well, I just think you have to buy in that it's a biopic, and that so it's always going to be structured, a certain way that's familiar already because it has been done so much. That being said, it's really good. So, I mean,
Rising.
Hey, to the dive bar. Thanks for stopping.
I just dropped the link in a Discord. I was like, come say hi.
Oh, I forgot to put my link in Discord tonight. I always forget to put my link in my Discord, but
link in the Discord.
Yeah, what is for James Bardinelli, top critic? For nearly 2 hours, the movie plods along, offering little beyond hackneyed dialogue that can't be gleaned from a quick read through of Marley's Wikipedia entry. Ouch.
I don't believe that, and I didn't even see it. I don't believe it though. I trust Paul.
I got that in the trailer, and then when I saw the film, they kind of dug deeper a little bit. Again, it's not like I enjoyed myself.
You know what I could see though, like if it was, say, like a movie about. Trying to think, I'm usually interested in learning about anything, but just say like mustard or something that I had no desire. I'd be interested in that, honestly. But people that don't have any like interest in music, maybe, or musicians, there are people like that. They're probably just like, it's a movie.
Yeah, they don't like reggae music, maybe, or they don't like bio, or
or
if you're not into music,
they might not like, depending on where they're what their agenda and what their message is. It's like, oh, Bob Marley's this religious nut, and he's womanizer. Fuck this, screw this guy. I'm not gonna like, who knows? Some people will be triggered and get turned off and won't even catch the whole story and the complexity of this man's life, which is a shame. I mean, he his music and who he was touched so many people. So, I mean, just on that, it's like, watching a Bruce Lee story. I want to, it's like we're all, these guys touch so many lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're still listening to it today too. And everyone knows Bob Marley music, right? I mean, maybe those Jamaica commercials are ubiquitous, but they also, because of that, Bob Marley, right? It's, the One Love and the, maybe it's overplayed a little bit, but they're fantastic.
That could be
songs.
it. That could be the overplayed thing with some people, like not really listening to it musically, just hearing the like beat and whatnot. But
well, it's also too, like, again, going back to like who we are now as a society, in regards to like just even the cliches in music and sayings. I mean, these guys started it with One Love and with humanity, all that. They like Bob created that stuff, man. He was the originator. you know. So it's
He
just
was
like
a lover.
I loved hearing that stuff, you know.
Yeah, he definitely.
Well, hail to Captain Finity. You're time traveling. Yeah, we're talking time travel.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, for a Star Trek review. Yep. Oh, we inspired a 1 hour monologue. Thanks for getting me thinking again. Captain Finity is the time part of the time police.
But see, like,
he's part of the
you
time
know,
police.
you can't be afraid to you know what? I know people hate it, but I love it. Or I know people love it, but I hate it.
Exactly.
You can't be afraid to like say that.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely. I absolutely agree with you.
Oh, look, we got some problems last night because we were brutal to Star Trek Voyager and Sunday Night Star Trek, and some guy came after Raquel and attacking her in the chat, and then later somebody attacked her in the comments. I'm like, well,
Get a
you could have everyone can have their opinions and have their right to express them. We read everybody's reviews, and not everybody agrees. We were like 50 reviews a night on Saturday nights of each of the 4 episodes. Not everybody agrees.
Too many people follow the sheep mentality, and we all have to like the same things, or you're not.
I mean, I just posted like a long ass review of Miller's Girl, which I know critics and people hate it.
Which movie? Miller's what?
Miller's Girl.
Miller's Girl.
Miller's Girl. It's Jenna Ortega, Martin Freeman.
Oh, okay. Martin Freeman. I've seen him in a while.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I hear there was some. She was quite the looker in the movie. There's some scenes that were scandalous, allegedly, or I mean, not that.
Well, yeah, it deals with the trope of young aspiring actor, aspiring writer, high school student falls in love with her English teacher. It's an older man, right?
Yeah.
But it's more heavily on a crush, and she turns it into vengeance when he denies her term paper, not the, so that there's a salacious scene, but it's not what you think.
Okay.
Right. So I actually, when I saw it the other night, I was like, oh my God, I'm surprised that this is this good. Yeah. Because in the trailer, it made it look like total Lolita, let me show my ass in class, let me do this, let me do it. It's like there was none of that in the film. It was like it was people who loved to write and who were into literature and books, and you're just like, oh my God, this shit's pretty good. Anyways, I know everyone hates it. I don't care.
But you like
most people don't like the things I'm into, so it is what it is.
I think most people have one of those. Most people have one of those where it's a movie that I just love it, and everyone talks bad about it. I'm like, really? I mean, which is cool, but I'm like, wow, really? Is it that bad? Okay, but I still
was I that off? You're like, did I see it in a different movie?
I can't think. We probably all have that. Like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, there's some where everyone, like we always joke about Highlander too, how bad that theatrical and J-Man, our buddy, I was only seeing the Renegade cut, and because he's younger, and I'm like, J-Man, you've never. So I keep threatening to set up a watch party for the theatrical cut.
Yeah, we tease him.
But that's fun. But it also takes some cojones to say that you like something that no one else likes either. Because you can go along with that mentality, and especially we're on YouTube giving our opinions. I'm just gonna say, oh, this movie I didn't like it just because I don't want to rock the boat or take that stand. I mean, I always tease Clobberin times about I like Stargirl, which is a good-natured joke, but I did like Stargirl, and hey, if I'm not that thin-skinned where someone says, oh, you're an idiot, how could you like that? Or that's kind of stuff with a little bit of what
I mean, you like Pooh Bear too. Come on.
Love
I'm
Pooh
just kidding.
Bear,
I'm
yeah.
totally joking.
I do, yeah. Where's some of my Pooh Bear?
We didn't, by the way, we didn't talk about the SF casting. We should talk to Polly about that.
Oh, yeah. I'm liking the casting, I think. So, let's bring up the FF cast. Yeah, I think overall, I mean, it surprised me that
Polly, what did you think about it so far?
What's that?
Fantastic forecasting.
Announcement
the other day of the whole.
Yeah. I think it's the best iteration of potential as far as acting talent that they put together from all these other films.
Yeah.
It really from what I hear, it really is going to depend on this writer director.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, the movie's so good. Look, without me calling the shots, there's no Fantastic Four movie. It's done a lot. We're just talking about the casting. You know, if I'm not in charge of it, it's not the Fantastic Four movie. Let's just be honest.
I mean, I've seen 3 of these 4 actors. I don't recall the stranger guy, Johnny Storm. But that being said, I mean, they're all incredibly talented. I mean,
so you've seen The Bear, right? You've seen. I'm assuming you've seen The Bear.
No, I didn't see the
first
Bear.
season of the Punisher.
Oh, The Bear. The guy that's playing.
I've
Ben
seen him
Grimm.
in other stuff. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the first season of the Punisher he was on.
Yeah,
his character in The Bear is a hard ass character who shows a really wide range of emotions.
He was in he was in Andor.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was.
and
He was on it.
I liked him in Andor.
I could not get through, but I heard he was on there. Good.
Yeah. And then of course Vanessa Kirby. I mean,
yeah, she got the right last name. I mean, again, there's some others like well, actually, Sydney Sweeney would have been perfect for Sue Storm, but she seems okay. The kid seems okay. At least I'm very shocked at this casting because I was expecting a very DEI casting, if you know what we're talking about, and it's not really.
I think a lot of people have problems with Pedro just because of in the
Things
fandom, people complaining that he didn't back up Gina. I could care less. And then there's that low grade, ignorance, when they're if you don't like the guy, don't go after his ethnicity in your comments.
Of course.
But I'm seeing that all over the place. And I just gotta laugh it off. I'm like, yo, I mean, you hate this guy that much?
He might be a little bit old for Reed, but I think, like I said, I'm not going to be his biggest fan, but I know he's capable of doing it, and with the right script, he could play. I think he could play Reed. I mean, I might have cast some. He wouldn't be the guy I would have looked for, but I think he could pull it off.
I mean, as far as looks, there's other actors that look like
more Reed,
the classic Reed Richards.
Is he,
absolutely,
45 now, or is he in his mid?
Pedro's in his 40s, but
like
what are the Josses? Either Josh or Timothy Oliphant or Dudamel.
Oh, yeah.
Those are real. Those look, especially if you remember Timothy Oliphant in the latest Book of Boba Fett. He's got that dyed gray hair now.
Yeah, I could see him there in the role. Like I say, I mean, I don't think he's as bad a choice as some people do. Meaning Pedro. I mean, I'm still shocked that this. I'm not, without going too far into it. The cast is this. In other words, it's not as how do you put not as DEI as I thought it would. In fact, not really DEI at all.
So I'm with you, right? And first of all, these are like the worst pictures of all of these actors. Like,
I know. Except for Vanessa,
run better pictures.
And the only thing is, and Pedro, I do like Pedro a lot as an actor. And of course, he doesn't look like Reed Richards per se, but we'll see what they do with him in the makeup in the movie. But he doesn't seem like he can grow a really good beard. So, and Cloud and I both like Reed without the beard. So I just hope he goes without the beard.
Him with the beard. Well, he could do it though. Like I say, get the mustache. Reed don't need a mustache yet.
Yeah.
But he'll probably have the beard and the mustache, but that's okay. But
that's been the more recent Reed has always had the beard. Yeah.
Well, it's so interesting, because a lot of people, they're just have lost their shit. Some of the bigger channel friends of ours that this is a Latino playing Reed Richards. And it's like, year after year, there's gringos, there's Anglo actors that play Latinos, and no one says shit about that. It's like, oh, that's a great role. They're doing great.
I thought Jessica Alba was way too pretty to play Sue Storm.
Oh, come on. You can't be too pretty.
No.
I'm joking.
I know what
we had Jessica Alba. No one really did. Anyone complain about Jessica Alba?
I just think because of Pedro's looks. He's played white, like he's played different types of roles before, and obviously with that he's not blood related. The character's not blood related to any of the other characters.
I think Paulie, I think a lot of people are just pissed at him for things he said, and they're holding it against him as well. I mean,
That's just it.
you know, yeah. I
But
mean,
then they, you know, the
if you do that, you can't like any actor in anything, pretty much. Almost. I mean, if you're going to hold their things they say online, it's not like he's the only one that does that. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Why are you outraged? Are you outraged because of the shit he said, or he doesn't look like him, or you know, are you a casting expert? Why are you outraged? You know, you know, some people just say, well, he's an okay actor. He's not really that good. All right, that's your opinion. A lot of people disagree.
I've seen him in maybe 2 things in my life, and I think he's fine. Yeah. I mean,
did you see his Narcos?
I did not see that. I did see.
Oh my god!
In fact, I think he was really good in a terrible movie, the horrible Wonder Woman movie.
He was the only interesting thing in that film.
Movie, but, you know,
he's got such a range. You see that
range.
one or Massive Weight.
Range. That's the thing. He's got range.
The range. Then you see him in Narcos.
Yeah.
He's a total. He's a what is it? He's a DEA agent undercover.
Yeah, I've seen scenes.
Boy,
he's great at Last of Us.
That's what I think it is. I think it's just kind of a grudge for the whole Gina thing. It seems like to me.
It's a Gina thing. And then there's another argument. Whatever the argument is, like what's the outrage? He's the DEI hire. He's the diversity hire.
Oh, yeah.
Really? The guy's been in the business for over 20 years.
Right.
He's kind of earned his spot.
He's one of the top actors now. I think one of the complaints is he's in too much. He's in too much.
That's a pretty mild DEI hire then, because it's like you'd expect the DEI hire to be like, you know, or something.
Again, it's like it's like selective rage also. That it really is. It really is, because it's like, I mean, even the way you guys frame the argument. Well, this cast doesn't look as, you're basically saying this cast looks still white. Then let's just be real, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
we are.
Which is
he
fine.
looks like Johnny Depp wanted to be on
Those were the
That's
roles.
what I said. Who is
That's
that?
how that's how those characters were drawn.
Right.
Right. And
but a lot of times
wrong
you don't get that. Like when Fantastic came out, I'm like, why don't they make the brother and sister both black then? If they're gonna go that route, go do it then, right?
See it. I heard.
Oh, well, I almost walked out of that movie. It was so horrendous.
Weren't they like adopted or something?
Yes,
adopted. Yeah.
So lame. That's lazy.
Terrible.
See, that's terrible.
What I said. Just like make Sue black then too. Just have a brother and sister.
That's why it's like I hope. And listen, I called the Latino slant. I obviously want to celebrate achievements in front of an off camera, but behind camera. But if what I see and what I pay for is shit, just because you're Latino, you don't get a free pass with me.
No, I understand.
Right?
Sure, that's right.
So I did my review on Madam Web. I went outside because I wanted to like focus and say, listen, I really hate that Anya Corazon's dad you made him undocumented and you had him deported. Why do we keep getting that shit?
She's living alone. How old is she living alone?
She's living alone for 6 months in New York City
as a teenager.
As a teenager,
well, you're gonna have family or friends or someone to take care of you. You can't.
No
be
one's
alone
ever
in New York
shown.
City.
No one's ever shown.
I mean, they want to show the horror of being deported, I guess, right? But
they didn't even show that. It was just like an afterthought. It was like a couple of lines of dialogue,
just to throw that virtue in. I mean,
totally.
But you're gonna have family or friends or someone that's gonna watch over you. You know, you're not just. You know, my family was all immigrants from Italy on my mom's side, and there was a whole community together that would help everyone out. You know.
Yeah, and I want to go just want to go back to what every actor wants. They want to be able to play anything. They don't want to be pigeonholed. Yeah, they're proud of their ethnicity or I don't know what, but Pedro is lucky in the sense that he's got that makeup. He literally has the makeup where he looks like he can. Are you white? Where are you from?
True.
Actors want that. That means they can play more roles. That's all it means.
Yeah,
and then,
I might not, Paulie, I wouldn't think it would have wouldn't have been a terrible idea to cast him as Doom. He could have probably paid, because we're going to need that, a good casting there. if they do, if it is Doom, and if there's Doctor Doom, I don't know.
Doggy cam.
I think he could have pulled that off.
He's being a bad boy tonight. He was just out. Then he wanted to go out again. He's whining because he wants attention.
Oh.
So there you go. There's your attention.
You're on YouTube now in front of millions of people.
He has a shirt.
He's like, where are my treats? Oh yeah, it says
He's wearing clothes.
It says skater pup on it. It's just like $2. He's a skater pup. He's gonna be 10 this year.
Cute.
Skater,
very cute.
Oh.
He's like, Mom, shut up. You have just as many grades. You just dye your hair.
Well, the most. I was gonna say the most
fine as Reed, but I think he could have played Doom as well. I mean, I don't know. He's got range, like you said. But.
Well, the most important thing is how good is this script going to be in the direction, right? I mean, you can have the world's best actors, and
that's everything.
It's fan four stick, it ain't going to matter,
right? It's like we can sit and care and complain about everything, but none of it really matters until we see it. Until it's. Does that writer director have creative control? The more faggy is in there, the less chance of success.
It's all faggy anyway. Yeah, that director has directed only TV stuff. We know that. For example, a couple TV shows.
Well, I hear he's got a good hand for comedy, which could work. Some good levity between Clobbering Times and Johnny.
If he's got that down. Well, and the thing is, that director, by the way, is not going to be called upon to do all the heavy lifting in terms of like all the technical stuff, all that stuff. Anyway, they got all that stuff done by other people with these Marvel movies.
But I just hope if they do it as a 60s period piece,
that would be nice.
That would be really cool. And then they could bring them into the future, somehow through I was joking through the microverse, or they call it the quantum realm, or have them stuck somewhere like Wasp was stuck and bring him out. But but that you can bring him into the future somehow. They're stuck in the 60s and bring them forward.
It should be in the 60s.
Just keep it in the 60s.
But they're going to have to bring. They're going to bring them to the future. They want to have them interact with the current heroes. But
I don't want that. But you know how much I love them, and yet that origin only works in the 60s. I mean, let's have to be honest.
Yeah, but you got Elon Musk building rockets now, right? I mean,
what's
to say Elon Musk wouldn't jump on his rocket and try to go somewhere
and
get
the rocket in the space race, and then go out and get hit by cosmic rays? Boom, easy.
The girl also reminds me of a young Denise Richards. I don't know if I'm seeing these people completely differently with everyone.
No. It's just the photo.
Is it the photo?
Have you seen her and stuff, Polly?
Yes.
Does that picture look like a young Denise? Am I off on that though? And that picture reminds me.
It's just a weird angle, but
yeah, it's not a great picture.
She's in the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
very beautiful.
Yeah.
And then the guy in the middle here, I'll go back to that picture. He's in Stranger Things, and he's Eddie. Was it Eddie Munster or what do they call this character in Stranger Things? And he was the one who's playing Metallica, and he sacrifices himself at the end of Stranger Things. He became a real fan favorite.
I've heard about
in Stranger Things. He was fantastic. He was great. He was great in that movie, and like everyone just loved his character. And the last season, it was Eddie Munson. Yeah, Eddie Munson. Yep.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah. So here he looks totally different. So I could see him pulling off. He had that vibe where he could pull off Johnny, but he had that was a Hellfire Club, and so they were selling a ton of those shirts.
Oh, that's
everywhere.
him.
That's him. Believe it or not.
I remember because I watched season 1. Okay,
he looks like a good metalhead.
I haven't watched anything beyond season 1. So.
Metal kid.
Season 4 is fantastic.
Again, we're talking about range. If this kid has range, there's no reason why he can't do Johnny Storm.
Well, look, man, as much as I don't really care much for those Fox movies, the two they did, I think Chris Evans was terrific as Johnny Storm, and both of them, he was perfect. And then,
he also had and he had that youth. He was like a very young Chris Evans, so it was perfect.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he's so good. In fact, I was like, this guy's Human Torch is Captain America. Come on, I don't know. But then of course he did that.
That's right. Remember that? That's right.
I was skeptical. Yeah, I was like, I
But
don't know,
we were
man.
skeptical too with Robert Downey. Look what he did. He revolutionized the game, man.
Well, see, I was actually relieved by that because we were getting threatened with Tom Cruise's Tony
Oh,
Stark for
gosh.
years. I'm like, oh no,
Bobby and I and Tom
I'm not
Cruise.
seeing that.
See, this is just the thing, though, is that Marvel's just been such a dumpster fire lately that for the last 5 years is that, oh God, here we go, Pedro Pascal, here we go again.
Yes.
I would have never complained about Robert Downey Jr., but I'm kind of swayed because Less Than Zero was such a good movie in
Yes.
the 80s. He was so good that I just think he can do anything.
Yeah, but people were wary of his casting, and he had that, his life had gone on the rocks,
A
unfortunately.
little rocky, just a little.
Love them drugs, man.
Yeah.
But thank God he was able to stay in the straight and narrow. God bless him, and I know it's not
pulled it
easy to
off.
do.
Awesome. Go
And
ahead.
Hey, you know who never left his side and signed his insurance paperwork was Mel Gibson.
That's cool.
That's right.
Yep.
It's true. Yeah.
That's why Robert never turned his back on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he Robert Downey Jr. came back. What was the show with the lawyers? I used to watch it with he sang. He's got an incredible voice, Robert Downey Jr. So Sting was. I know he was singing one of the Police songs on the show. What was?
God.
Oh God, what was the name of
What
it?
you're talking about?
I don't know. Lawyer show.
Yeah, it was a lawyer show.
Alan McBeal.
Alan McBeal. Yeah.
That's right.
He
He did do it.
was fantastic on it, and that I think that was his comeback or part of his
That's
comeback.
when he started doing the comeback. That's right. He did have that stint.
Oh
yeah, he was great on there, and he's got an incredible voice. If you
Yeah, he's
Google
very
Robert Downey Jr.
talented.
singing, and his dad was a director, and there's a documentary on his dad that was just out,
Indie
which
film
is
director.
phenomenal.
I didn't know his dad did that.
Oh
Dad
yeah.
is a-
Wait, his
Incredible.
dad directed.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go on. I never knew that.
It's in the business. Hey, I'm gonna split though. Is that all right?
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
No, it's
you're
great
fine.
having you. No, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
That was great to have you, and everyone who's not here, sub to the Latino Slant. Let me put Paulie's channel. I'm sure you guys are all sub to Paulie, but let's put Paulie's in and join. I'm a member of his channel too, which is great. So
Where were you last night, Mark?
I was hanging out with my wife on.
You guys, my wife. My wife.
I'm just jealous because I don't have a husband anymore. I'm just kidding. I'm
Sorry,
I'm not-
Courtney. Yeah, no, but I was. Yeah,
You're
I'm
looking
like,
as fine
I gotta-
as ever, girl. Shoot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not right now. My hair's not even brushed. I was running in and I was like, Polly's on there and I'm not even home yet. No.
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah,
came by
Mark. Thanks
business,
for
bro.
everything, man.
Good to see
Thank
you,
you,
bro.
Paulie. Yep. Oh, and everyone, where's Paulie's book?
Gonna have Paul Chato on tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, nice.
sweet.
I like
And
him.
then,
I love his channel. He's cool.
He's
I
cool, man.
still have this
Great guy,
clip
yeah.
where he
Big
says,
fan.
Courtney is awesome.
Thank you,
I-
JT Kirk in the chat.
Yeah,
Thank
take
you, everyone.
care.
Thank you, everyone in the chat.
Thanks for stopping by, Paulie. Yep.
And his
Get you
book,
soon.
yeah.
God
Everyone give it a
bless.
book.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you,
Mark,
brother.
Say hi to Chris Gore for me. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
From
Big fan of his too. We're all
G4.
fans of all those guys.
Oh,
You and all
tomorrow.
those guys.
We have our
Oh,
first. We have our first panel show tomorrow.
oh, good. I'll try to
With,
stop by to
Film
that.
Thread
Yeah.
starting a
Chris?
Monday live stream, Mondays 3 p.m. Pacific. I'll be there.
Cool.
Because I was a big G4 watcher back in the day. So,
Yeah, I love Chris
so it's
Gore,
fun
yeah.
watching
Man.
Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
One love, brother.
Be
One
good,
love,
buddy.
everyone. See it. Yep.
Good
Take
to see
care,
you. Love you,
Paulie.
brother. Be
Thank you
good.
so
Love you,
much.
Paulie.
Yep. Take care.
Love you,
Bye.
Courtney. Take care.
See ya.
Rock on. Oh, that was great to have Paulie here. Thank you very much, Paulie.
I
Everyone
freaked
was
out when I went back onto the thing and I was
I was
to tell you guys I was on my way home. I'm like, Polly.
Paulie
You
Rock,
wanted-
man.
But didn't you want? You were super excited to be on with us too, right?
Yeah, he was. Look, well, I always say he was the first buddy I made on YouTube when I moved here.
Me too. Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Polly's done. Remember when he used to do those karaoke streams before,
Yeah.
like when he used to have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
people from the chat go on and stuff. I'll never forget we did the safety dance and the microphones didn't work, so the whole time it looked like we were singing, but there was no sound. It was just the music, and we're like dancing like this, and people kept saying that we looked like two people at like the special needs prom or something. Like we were, it was so bad.
And Shooter's got to go. So thank you, Shooter, and thank you for being a sponsor. of the
Shooter,
channel.
be good, buddy.
So have a good night, and let's play something for Shooter. Here we go.
I like you a lot.
My My brother.
He plays with toys,
It's a model.
with little figures.
So have a great week, Shooter. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yep. Oh, and Brian Hepburn and JT Kirkman. Yeah, I love Tech TV with Leo Laporte. Actually, let me grab my, hold on here. I'm going to grab my Leo Laporte figure. I left the camera on. That's all right. But here's the Leo Laporte, the chief twit.
That thing's cool.
So this is from Tech TV, and then he went
like
on his own.
Brian, like 70s rock fan.
He went on his own, and he did start his own channel before YouTube, really. And he, now he's on YouTube as well. But he kind of did. He was one of the first people to start his own broadcasting network, basically on the interwebs. And he was also on MSNBC with Soledad O'Brien. He was what was the tech show there? They had Leo Laporte, because MSNBC started as basically a technology TV show. It wasn't hard news or didn't become, it wasn't the opinion thing, but it was Microsoft MSNBC. So they had a show, and then he played this character that was 3D rendered, which is what was it called? Dash or something. Let me call it up. But it was a great show, a tech show. What was that called? That show? I'm trying to remember. It was like a nightly tech. I don't know. Tech show. What the heck was the name of it? Let me look up Leo's bio here. But he's a great broadcaster. Did a radio show. Let's see, Tech Guy radio show. Steve Martin has been on the show a bunch of times because he's a tech guy too. Let's see. What screens? Oh, the Screensavers. That was a predecessor for Attack of the Show, and Dev Null on the site. Here we go. This was the show. Let me share this. This is just obscure computer nerd crap here, but let me share that screen here. This is real obscure, yeah, but let's see here. So this is the site with Soledad O'Brien, yep. But there was no politics back then. It was all tech. So it was like the net, the tech news, was happening, with computers and cell phones. And Leo did this Dev Null character, so old, but so they had a 3D virtual character, and he'd wear this crazy motion capture suit, and he'd do some segments as Dev Null. So the site was canceled by MSNBC. I won't say what Rush Limbaugh used to call MSNBC.
You want me to say it? No,
you can say it.
PMSNBC.
Thank you. And the show staff were hired by Ziff Davis to launch ZDTV, and then it became Tech TV. So I'm a big time computer and tech nerd, and God, I love those Tech TV.
Yeah, MSLSD. He also did call it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. So and Dev Null. Thank you, Brian. Yep. And tech. It was a sad day, and I remember when I'd get my cable package based on getting ZDTV or then Tech TV, and like I have to have whatever package there is. I have to have that. My wife's like, but we're paying $10 extra a month for this package. I'm like, but I've got to have it. And so you had the Screensavers. It was kind of like YouTube back in the day, because it was so, it was just the guys talking about what was happening with tech or games, or Martin Sargent was on, and he was really good. And of course, some of the people before they went, we know what the implosion that happened with the relaunch of G4 with Frost and her rant. But they had, Patrick Norton was on.
A little too much for me.
Yeah.
Frost.
You remember the whole thing about your
Christian did a great impression of her.
Oh yeah, hilarious. Yeah.
But it was I mean, it was, you can be irreverent, and of course, when you had lady presenters who were good looking, but they also knew their stuff too. So and Attack of the Show was, God, that was a fun fun show to watch. So yeah. So and Kevin Pierre, yeah. Then he went to do Attack of the Show. He was great. And Kevin Rose. But yeah, that was fun. Fun stuff. Yeah, you probably didn't. I'm guessing you guys didn't watch any G4 TV or Tech TV. Courtney.
I don't know if I watched G4. If I did, I wasn't aware. Like my friends may have, but
yeah.
I don't know. It seems like something my friend Ben would have watched a lot. But was that like the channel that showed? No, that was Comedy Central, wasn't it? That showed like Robot Chicken and all that.
That was Robot Chicken, yeah, on Comedy
Yeah.
Central. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Probably not.
But then Attack of the Show went. That was kind of like the first Friday Night Tights in some ways, like for tech related, but just that the reverence and the hosts were always great hosts, and yeah, we're talking. So yeah, Olivia Munn, Sarah Jean Underwood. Yeah.
Oh, everyone was obsessed with her. I know that name because everyone.
Olivia Munn,
yeah, Olivia Munn. They
yeah.
thought she was like, I don't know.
But she was talented.
She was hot.
I don't know.
She was nice.
Yeah, I just remember my guy friends talking about her.
But she was a great host. I mean, she knew her stuff, and she was funny. And Kevin Pereira was a great host.
See, that's awesome. I respect that about her because, like, myself just being like knowledgeable of music and stuff, I would get a lot of crap. You know what I mean? Back in the day when I was talking about music or whatever, people wouldn't take me seriously. So it's cool for her to be able to show like that and actually know her stuff.
It was fun, and it was a fun show. It was always it was. I keep saying it was like YouTube back in the day. Allison Hayslip, yeah, she was funny and she was good. Yep, she was on The Voice. Yep, I think she did pretty well on The Voice. Yep, Christina, she's also a singer too. Her career went pretty far. Candace Bailey, she was funny. And Sarah Jean Underwood, well, she's more into her OnlyFans now. She had she was a Playboy Playmate of the Year in 2007. Yep. And this is Adam Sessler. Oh, wow. The funny thing is, I really liked Adam Sessler back in the day, and but you never knew any of their politics. Familiar. He's the guy that was clapping his hands like a walrus during the Frost grant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
That's Sessler. This is 20 years ago. This picture.
Oh, wow.
So, the problem is, there was no, I guess, was there Twitter back then? But you just didn't know what the hosts thought, really, unless you probably dug it out or, they would never go on any rants like that during the show. So, I mean, he said horrible things about, we don't really do politics here, but he was saying some horrible things about people's political persuasion and don't do this or that or have any relationship with them. So, but I always had no problem with him on G4. I mean, he was a good host. He was fun. And these people just go over the top. And now, of course, we know Chris Gore now from being on YouTube, but I've watched him for years on Tech TV. And I think
there's Chris.
I forgot to mention that Paulie.
He's good friends with him.
I think Paulie had him on as a guest, and then everyone's saying, well, he's got a great personality. Obviously, you can see how well he's done on YouTube. Everyone
he goes home with Gary every week, and he goes home with Paulie a lot. He's a good friend. They go to movies. Him and Paulie go to movies all the time. Yeah.
So, but I think it was Paulie having him on, and people are like, yeah, you should be streaming. I don't think he was streaming until Paulie had him on. I think he was doing, the film threat stuff, obviously, and working, but I don't think he was doing the live streaming. And I think it was when Paulie got him on. I think that then he started doing much more YouTube or the live YouTube. Yeah.
I don't know if I know who that is actually now. I thought that was someone else.
Anna David.
Oh, sorry, my dog. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's okay. Yep. I remember. Yeah, Blair Herder. He was involved in the new relaunch of G4. He has a pretty good career. So a lot of these people did well. Of course, Morgan Webb. Who mentioned Morgan Webb in the chat? Yeah, Morgan Webb, and they did a Playboy spread. She did Playboy spread, I think, with Olivia Munn or someone else. Yep. Chris Hardwick, who's famous for The Talking Dead and what's The Nerdist. So he was on all the time. On that's where a lot of these people got their starts. Yep. Yeah, he was pretty funny on Man in the Streets.
You're just like, and that guy.
Yeah.
Is that Busta Rhymes? It looks like.
No, that's awesome. He's part of it's a wrestler.
Oh, really yeah. That's really funny.
Yeah,
I knew it wasn't, but it looks like.
Yeah.
So
ended in 2012. Yep. So but
2012,
classic,
I was not in reality of society at all. I was living in a small town in Colorado, and I had no idea. So I'm trying to switch my avatar.
Oh, that was JT Kirk says that was me. Yeah, Morgan Webb. Yeah. Why do I want to watch this game review? Yeah. But that's why. That's why. That's one of the reasons you watch the show too, right? I mean, TDS got him. This is Larry. Yep.
It gets a lot of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Shame, but it gets a lot of them.
Yeah, and Brian Hepburn, I used to watch Screensavers 2 or 3 times each day to catch the full show. Yeah. I always recorded Screensavers. Or everyone remembers TiVo. I had a TiVo that could record the shows digitally. And then finally the cable.
TiVo.
And then finally cable had a digital recorder. I was like, oh my God, you got a digital recorder. I don't need to
that was so
put
cool.
In a VHS tape anymore.
And they had like how they had like on demand when that first came out and stuff like that.
Yep.
When I moved to Colorado, that didn't exist. They got on demand the second year I moved to Colorado. That was like 2008. We'd had it in Philly for like
you mean the pay-per-view or the pay?
No, just like in general, where you could watch the shows.
Yeah, the DVR or on demand.
No, it was like on demand. They would have like seasons and like stuff like that. But we had it in Philly for like 10 years already, and then literally within the past 10 years, they just had to start using an area code in the town I lived in. They didn't even have to dial an area code
because
until, like
so
past
few
10 years.
Well, yeah,
like that was like middle school for me.
Well, that was on demand. They had they had a lot of free stuff, but then they also had pay-per-view.
And they did have pay-per-view, but you could go through and like find
pick a show
that you missed. Maybe they'd have it on the next day or something like that. And then they had the thing where you could start recording it, and that was like the best thing ever.
And now we just have I have YouTube TV, so
that's what my dad has.
I follow UConn basketball. So I have every game going back like 3 years. Not that I'd watch it, but you just say I like UConn basketball, or like Clobber Times could say, I want the Saints, so get every. You might not want to watch
a big
some
sports
of them.
person, so that makes sense. It was funny because when I didn't end up going to visit because of my car, but my dad was like, "Well, we have YouTube TV, so let yourself in." And he's like, "You know how to work YouTube TV," and I'm like, "I know YouTube." But now I'm thinking, like, is it different? I have no idea. I've never been like, I don't know what YouTube TV really is. Sorry, YouTube. But I heard it's great.
But it's YouTube TV is really YouTube. If you want to sponsor me, no, just kidding.
Yeah.
But it does. Yeah, you just have every show. Like my mom likes Jeopardy, so she has this Dish Network, but it has records every show for you. So Marc D with UConn, of course, Connecticut. Go green, go white, Spartans. So UConn took out number 4 team in the country. Was it today? Or I watched the game on tape delay on tape. Yep, and they trounced the number 4 team by 40 points. So number 1 destroyed number 4. Was it Marquette? Yeah, number 4 Marquette, 81-53. It was painful for the Marquette.
I'm waiting for him to notice.
Notice what? What did I not?
Started my obsession.
Oh, here we go.
And you were just talking about Jeopardy.
I
have Alex Trebek, and then the other one that I think is really weird that I like is I just took him down, John Waters.
John Waters.
He's called the Pig Flamingo. But
that's awesome.
I'm obsessed. Well, I was obsessed with Jeopardy. I actually auditioned for that show 3 times. I took the test for the show 3 times. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say I auditioned 3 times. I took the test 4 times. But the 4th time was after I got sick and I was brain foggy and I couldn't even They make you do it online and you have to type out your responses. Like no spelling errors. I had no problem the first couple times, but you have like a 10-second period,
Yeah.
So, and I used to be really good at Jeopardy. people couldn't believe it. Like I was a whiz, and then now I couldn't tell you anything, like any trivia. But I got an Audition City. Was my point. The third year I got an Audition City, but from there it could be another 2.5 years. They say before you even really go to an audition, and then Trebek got sick. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Did you hear that? He was really sad about Trebek. I was so sad though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm muting.
No, it's okay. No, we can't hear. We can't. Actually, I couldn't even hear him that time. So it's fine.
Oh, he's nonstop right now. I don't know why.
No one. No, your mic's not picking him up, and no one minds a doggy. Yep. If it gets annoying,
tell me if it's
someone will let us know. Yep. Or let us know in the chat. I can't hear anything, but sounds good. Yep. Well, let me get my.
I know Cobby doesn't like
Barbie.
Funko Pops. I heard.
What don't I like now?
This is my best Funko Pop
What do
ever.
I not like? Funko Poops. Funko Poops, actually.
Look at this one.
A lot of people forget the other O.
Cool. I like that one.
People forget the other O.
I'm not even a Barbie fan.
My
I've got Lemmy from Motorhead. I have who else do I have over there?
But you don't have Barbie.
I don't have Barbie because I never played with Barbie. I've got
That's a Barbie?
Eddie Meister.
That's Barbie, yeah.
Okay. I have
Let's see if
where is he? Eric Weathers with his character in Rocky. Why can't I think of his name?
Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed. Yeah, he's up there somewhere. I can't see this. I'm wearing my reading glasses, so I can't see that far away because I can't find my progressive glasses. So
I gotta get some new glasses.
And then I've got Biggie Smalls, Ice Cube. I get all the musician ones. Oh, and there's a Cyndi Lauper one back there that comes with like a 7-inch, a 45 in it. It's pretty cool. So,
yeah. So this was given to me by my son's girlfriend as a joke gift. So she saw.
Oh, you play with it. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I got to keep it out on the desk. So yeah. Well,
I'm surprised you haven't torn her arms off yet or something, because isn't that what boys did to Barbie?
That's what boys would do. Yeah. I got to put her in I have the creche with all my Funko Pops and Star Wars figures. So maybe I'll add her to the creche. Yeah. Barbie. God. So what else is going on this week that we should anything else we should talk about tonight?
X-Men cartoon? Nah.
Oh yeah, we could do a few minutes of that, and then we'll probably head on out of here.
That was pretty big news for comics.
Yeah, that was kind of good comic-y stuff.
Boy. Yeah.
I mean, the trailer is so short that's really tough to garner a lot from the trailer. I know everyone was joking about the lack of assets, shall we say, from certain characters. I got to say, to be fair, I haven't seen it enough yet, but it didn't look good. In terms of what they have taken from us, the male gaze. Of course, that was the fun thing about watching that comic as a kid. You wouldn't have noticed. You really didn't notice it, but today it's more noticeable. But let's see here's Marvel debuts. First look at X-Men 97 series, including Magneto's redesign.
Ever watch this cartoon, Courtney? As a kid?
Everyone watched
it. I actually didn't know. I did not.
Well, so that wasn't a kid when it's on. It was the 90s.
X-Men. No, X-Men. No, in 97?
Well, it's called X-Men 97 because that's when it ended. It was all throughout the 90s. It was like 5 seasons or whatever.
Oh, I see.
But they brought it back.
I was in high school in the 90s. So
right.
I started college in 96.
It was one of the most popular cartoons of the 90s. It was Saturday morning show on Fox.
I never saw it once. That's really weird.
Oh, okay.
Well,
it was very popular.
I also stopped watching. I was one of those people that stopped watching cartoons, like probably in 4th grade. So we're talking like 87, maybe. Yeah. And then I started watching them later in life, but
I never stopped, as you can tell.
Yeah, I was a girl. I aged. We matured before the guys, and I don't know.
Well, anyway,
I had older friends that would make fun of me for watching cartoons, so I was very impressionable at that age.
So I know
Instead, I smoked cigarettes. You know how healthy that is.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
So this cartoon.
Ooh, that's my new Magneto. That's horrendous.
It's horrible. So very popular cartoon in the 90s. Very well loved. Only, like I said, probably compared only to like Batman, the animated series is the most popular. second only to that is the most popular series of superhero cartoon of the 90s. And there was about 5 seasons or whatever. You know, I didn't get to watch it all the time because, you know, it was on Saturday mornings. I was adult working at the time. I was in my 30s. And so I watched it, you know, and I have some issues with it here and there. So I watched it sporadically. And then about a year or two ago, I went and binged it all. It's on Disney Plus, Disney Minus. And just so happened, not too long after I ended up binging it, actually, they announced this project that they're bringing it back. It's so beloved, they're bringing it back. They're calling it X-Men 97 for nostalgia purposes. But there's this one little teensy-weensy little problem here. And the problem is it's 2024.
Yeah.
So you know what that means. Even though they make it look relatively similar, they try to hit all the buttons. With
there's no redheads anymore, I bet.
They try to you know, hit all the nostalgia buttons and stuff. But things that the producers and directors have said, sending up red flags. Some of the things they're talking about, this trailer. Boy, I don't know. They have the music. It looks similar to the old cartoon, but did you see the trailer? The opening, I don't guess you can. I don't think you're gonna show the trailer, are you? You can.
Well, I can. I'll just pause.
You can freeze it. Did you see that?
Like Paulie played and Erotic play. I don't know. Maybe the big guys can play it.
No, they get whacked. They could just afford it. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think you get in any trouble. Playing it like that's fine, I guess.
Well, if I just stop it.
Yeah.
So they do have.
I wonder if those guys have like lawyers all the time. You know what I mean? Just ready to if they get in trouble with playing anything.
Well, they actually have direct contact with YouTube. Usually, when you're that, you know, the bigger people.
I read that.
They have a rep that helps.
I did know that actually. I forgot about that. I've read that. I'm not monetized, but I've read the whole. You know.
Yeah.
So they had this. This was from the last episode. Which, by the way, the last 2 seasons, they because I just like I said, I binged it recently. They must have reached for the second to last or the last season, went to this cut rate animation company that was cheaper than the original earlier. So it was chintzy looking. It looked like garbage. That last season.
Awful.
It's awful. Last season was awful. It looked way better before that. But so that's the scene from the last episode. Well, this one, they're going to try to bring back that feel or that nostalgic feel to it. But this scene at the outset, you see this newspaper fluttering through the air. And they stop on it. Did you see that, Mark? What's on there?
In the beginning, or this is further up?
At the very beginning, when you see that newspaper. No, a little farther. It's right up in here. You're almost to it. You're at the right point. Just got almost to it. With that, if you just hit play.
Well, I don't want to play it because I don't want to get.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. The Mutant Fashion Show. Yeah, I'll clip it. But this looks like Callisto here. Is that Callisto here?
That's not but that's out of modern comics with the horrible new X-Men comics where they have the mutant fashion shows and stupid shite like that with Marvel. There you go. Mutant fashion show. That's in modern garbagey, current day trashy comics. Who needs to see that? Look at that crap. Ugh.
What was hilarious?
And they misspelled Spider-Man's name, by the way.
Yeah,
on the cover.
Maybe that's the Bugle doing it on purpose, but
no,
that was
no, it's not.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know how to spell Spider-Man. Always has the hyphen as opposed to Superman.
Yes,
who is one word. Superman's always one word. Spider-Man is always 2 words with a hyphen.
What is that cover?
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm seeing that right. I can't see it very well. What's on the cover with the
mutants?
Well, it was something they did in the comics. It was horrendous. If you saw
recently
that the characters are wearing, it was really wackadoodle. As opposed to the old days when Jim Lee did the swimsuit issue for the ladies and guys. Yeah, they had the Marvel swimsuit issue, which they obviously wouldn't do anymore. And they had
superheroes are very good looking, as you know. They used to be anyway. So they would do swimsuit issues at Marvel.
That's funny.
Just as a special, and because imagine that people wanted to buy such things.
Well, in comic books, they used to accentuate like a woman's bosom. You know what I mean? And like that was the thing.
Hey, on this cartoon,
Well, let's just say that people have made an issue of on the cartoon how unbelievably in the original how unbelievably amazing the character of Rogue's backside is, as opposed to the way it is in this new one.
Yeah, her
On the old one,
posterior
it's
was
just
amazing.
Insane. In this,
part of that's probably the animators
it's
throwing that
just-
in as a joke, I think. But
no, sir. No,
no,
it
but
is
on
not.
purpose. No, the old one. I think they put that in. Like, let's
Well, on
make her
purpose. They did
really
it because
cute.
you could make it like the comic book. You could make it look sexy.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, they did that as.
Well, that's gone.
Yeah.
Now she looks like a.
Everything's gone. Everything's been ruined in life.
Yeah, in other words, they've desexualized. Yeah. So, anyway, this is just. They've changed some of the voice. Oh, another thing. Now the characters, if a person who did a voice on the old show, they brought all that cast back, but they switched the people around. For example, if a person had voiced a character that is not the same race that they are in real life, they changed it to. In other words, you can't voice act a character now that isn't your same ethnicity.
Wait. Repeat that last part again. You can't.
They changed the actress who was playing, if I'm correct, was
Jubilee.
Playing Jubilee is Asian or part
Which,
Asian.
by the way, I never
Part
knew
Asian?
she was. I never knew she was Asian.
Oh, they can't they'll say it's a stereotype.
Right, that was a white actress.
Right.
So that was a quote unquote white actress. By the way, if you look at Jubilee, unless you're told about it, you don't know she's Asian. She's not drawn that way at all. I mean,
Well,
if you could draw a
it's from reading the comics.
I didn't read the stupid comics. I can't stand Jubilee, so I saw her. So anyway, they did bring that actress back, but they say it was her idea, but it's not her idea. Kevin Feige said, "Well, we have to have an Asian actress voice an Asian character." So
yep, that's the new world we live in. Yeah,
pathetic.
Because it's called acting, right? Yeah,
it's not
and
acting.
that's the original. And they should have brought the original person back too, so you could hear the original.
She's
you
doing
recognize the
something
character.
else on the show.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's Canadian. Is a nope. They don't have a Canadian voice. That guy's not. I don't think the guy voices.
Remember,
Cal Dodd is Canadian. They got the original Wolverine voice, but he's old. Boy, he sounds old because he is old.
I mean, are they even allowed to make comedy movies anymore where they make fun of stuff like that?
Because you make fun of things.
God, that's ridiculous.
Look how bad.
But remember, Spidey and his Amazing Friends. They had the first appearance of the X-Men in animated form, and they had an Australian guy doing Wolverine's voice. Totally.
Also, on that first Pride of the X-Men cartoon, it was an Australian guy doing Wolverine's voice. It was ridiculous,
right? Yeah, they had the same. I think that they have the same guy for both, or.
But on the cartoon, on the regular cartoon, they had that guy became so famous with Wolverine's voice, he kept doing it in other shows. So here we go.
Yeah, what was the Pride of the X-Men? Was that the Spider-Man, or was that the pilot?
There was a pilot that they only made one of it,
up.
and then they based the video game off of it. Michael and I did that video about it. Remember?
That's right. Yeah. And he made all the characters, and yeah. So there's
that
Jubilee.
girl right there is supposed to be Asian. Well, she don't look that on the old show. Then, art sucks.
I mean, the animation looks, I shouldn't say animation, but Steve Mitchum is not here, but
the art direction
drawing.
Looks.
Steve. Yeah, we're getting in trouble with Thor. Looks the same. I mean, it's the same for the most part.
Rogue doesn't.
Other than certain features.
There's there've been a lot of pictures. Look at Rogue's backside. Yeah, there's a lot of people have been making some pictures on the internet. The comparison.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty funny. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but
yeah, well, I guess we'll see what how she's drawn, shall we say, in the when it finally comes out. But she's kind of she's gotten a little flatter there, shall we say.
Well, that's because I wrote to them and I said more people have to look like me. I'm just kidding. I'm really jealous of the Kardashians because it's not physically capable for someone like me. That was just my rant.
That looks cool, but I mean, the animation was never the best. But you're right, Clever Times. Yeah, the earlier shows I think were much better. But that's Gambit's got his powers going through Wolverine's claws, I guess. There. So
Yeah. When you get a chance, I have a picture that you need to see.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. I'll pull that up and let's just finish this and
All
I'll
right.
pull it up.
Oh, there it is. That's the old version.
Yeah.
That's from the 90s, real cartoon, and this is now.
That was from that scene before we were showing. Yeah.
One of these things, not like the other. What do you think, Courtney?
Oh, my
Think
butt's
she
not
lost.
that
Think
small.
she lost a little weight. Think she lost a little weight. Or what?
That's a butt. Yeah, that was a lot better.
That scene was so famous. That was ridiculously famous.
God.
Yeah.
Someone drew some comic creator that I was watching drew that a really good version of it too just recently. I think it was like Bill Diaz. Someone in like the YouTube community, I think Common State or something, but it was a great version of that.
Yeah.
They were literally just talking about that butt.
Yeah, it was something. Yes, sir.
Yep.
This
But
looks
here's
like
we'll
dog
finish
crap.
the trailer. Yep. Damn it, Mark. Zoom in.
Oh,
Sorry.
so
Yeah.
there's a character called Morph that was kind of created. It was kind of created for the cartoon originally. Even back then, this is the early '90s. Now, they wanted a character they could put in there for the first episode so he could get killed, and they wanted to. It was good. They wanted to do it with Thunderbird, who happens to be a Native American, an Indian character, and they decided, well, we can't do that. We can't just.
That happened in the comic, though.
It happened in the comic. We can't do that. So they came up with Morph. They based his powers on an old character from the 60s that had already been died or whatever, called Changeling. But they called him Morph. And in that first episode, spoiler, he gets killed, we think anyway. And for seasons, they think he's already been died in that first one. Well, if you see back here, the weird looking dude behind behind Wolverine, in between Storm and Jubilee. He didn't look like that. This is from the new show right here. On the new show, they're bringing him back because he did come back on the old show as well, and he was all pissed off with the X-Men. He thought they left him to die. And anyway, he's a shapeshifter who could pretty much change into anything. A lot like what's her face, Psylocke or whatever, or who am I thinking of? I mean, not Psylocke. Damn, not Psylocke. Not Psylocke. Who was it? The blue chick. Why am I forgetting?
No, Mystique.
Yeah, Mystique. Right, thank you. She can shape change. He's the shape changer, right?
Yeah.
Well, now because he's a shape changer, they had to make him a quote unquote non-binary.
No way. I'm sorry. I knew Mystique, but I had a mouthful of salad.
And by the way,
you guys wouldn't get it. And I'm like, I don't know who that is even.
They're good, and they're going to hint that he and Wolverine have some kind of a relationship.
Well,
like how they
we'll see when it comes out. Oh my god, is that Jean Grey pregnant there?
Yeah, she's pregnant. Why she's wearing a referee's costume, I don't know. But
maybe they're playing one of the cartoons they were playing a basketball game.
Fair enough.
And you weren't allowed to use
looks
their powers.
Terrible. They all look awful. Why is Bishop in the show? Oh, I know why. What am I saying? He was on the show a lot, but not as a member of the group that much. But he will be now.
I want Nightcrawler.
I hate this roster.
Well, they never had
Nightcrawler and Colossus.
And Colossus. They never had Nightcrawler and Colossus. Right?
What's freaky?
Not all the time, though, right? Yeah.
You know, it's freaky, Courtney, because there are episodes of the original. I kid you not. This was 90s secular Hollywood television. Of Nightcrawler is a very devout Catholic. The character of Nightcrawler is like a mutant who looks like he has blue skin.
Yeah.
Well, there's an episode where this takes place at this Catholic church, and at the end of it, they have Wolverine turning to Jesus. Basically, I'm not even kidding.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
Wolverine turning, becoming a born again Christian in a Saturday morning cartoon of all things. You remember that, Mark?
I don't remember that, but I mean that's integral to Nightcrawler's
I remember when
origin.
we were allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, he was chased out of Germany.
I was shocked.
He was a demon, but he was very religious. Wasn't he raised by nuns for a while?
Yeah, who? Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler, or was that Daredevil?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler
was a devout Catholic. Yes.
Yeah.
It was Daredevil. But yeah, I mean Wolverine though. I had not watched that cartoon for a long time, so that one I hadn't seen at all because there were some episodes I hadn't seen. I remember watching that episode. I'm like, "Whoa, this is the '90s, and they let this happen." I mean, I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. I don't care at all. I'm just saying, wow, religion on a cartoon. I mean,
That's
pretty
very rare back in
It
that
is.
day era because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in the public schools and stuff like that, it was very
Oh, God,
church
yeah.
and state were very separate. You had to send your kids to like
And
Catholic
Hollywood
school
was
or-
very secular anyway, so you can guarantee that's going to be gone.
Yeah,
that won't be there anymore, which is fine. I don't care. I'm just saying they're probably going to go. I don't know.
Well, we'll see when we get it, but it's one of those we're not
In March. This looks like
not hopeful usually, but we'll like we say, we'll judge him unless it's Madam Web before we see him. But,
I'll watch it. But here's the thing about the X-Men: they're considered. There's a lot of myths that float around about their creation. For those who don't know anything, I don't know if have you seen X-Men movies at least.
I saw the movies. I just never saw the cartoon.
Whole premise, some like to say, it's about prejudice and bigotry, about hating others who are different. And there's a lot of those themes in the X-Men comics and in stuff where that's true. Well, but the whole point of it being mutants in this fantasy kids comics fantasy thing is you could apply that principle to any other thing. But you're not. Again, that's the beauty of it in the sense that we know there's no such thing as mutants, but it's a good lesson to learn, and you can apply it in other forms, other parts of life about how to treat people that are different from you, and all that kind of stuff.
Now
it's
everyone's got to be the same, or,
Yes.
like.
But they built up this weird mystique of it for years, saying stuff like, well, it's an allegory for the civil rights movement of the time and all that stuff back then, and it wasn't. It never was created for that. It was just,
you can interpret it that way, which is what's.
But it was
which
about
is what's
bigotry
good
in
about it.
general.
Yeah.
The point was
treat people like you
Yes.
want to be treated. You know what I mean?
not hating
Like,
people and being afraid of
yeah.
people because they're different.
Mhm.
Bigotry in general, which was great. That's a great thing that tried to teach kids. But now these people are defending everything they do with the woke crap, saying the X-Men was always about fill in the blank. They're filling all these SJW things, DEI things. Like, no, not really. But that's their excuse, and they're calling everybody who's criticizing some of this
rewriting history.
crap, and they're calling everybody bigots now. These people who are making this show are so stupid. They're trashing the potential audience they're trying to reel in before they even show up. Because, well, you're bigots if you're complaining about this or that. Well, Morph wasn't that way before. And these characters weren't like this before. And so you guys are going to bomb.
It's like that with a lot of things, and I won't go into it too much. I'm not really going to go into it, but having friends that were like loved people of the same gender, it wasn't a big deal.
No,
but now it's made a big deal. It's just like, I don't know. That's all I'll say.
Exactly. No, you're right. But here we go.
Yeah. Well, we gotta. It's like a lot of stuff now. Unfortunately, it's.
You gonna watch it, Mark?
And I'll watch it, but a lot. Unfortunately, I don't mind an agenda in a show. It just depends on how it's done. Like, yeah, the X-Men. The beauty of the X-Men, you could read it like if you were the nerdy fat kid who played D&D, you kind of sympathize with Nightcrawler, or maybe if you were LGBTQ, or you could sympathize with that, or maybe if you were being bullied, so or if if you experience racism, you could empathize with the X-Men. So, but that was the great thing about it; it was for everyone. So, but let's see what this message is, what they give you. And it's a kid's cartoon, but it was always a nice subcurrent, running through it. And also in the comics too. I mean, some people said it was about Malcolm X, versus Martin Luther King, but you
maybe didn't think anything of that too. Also, like they didn't see any difference. Maybe, like, I don't know.
Or you'd subtly get a message because it's so well done that it's not, as Raquel says, didactic, or it's not banging over the head with it, but it's you can read into that but you're getting that message. A lot of kid shows have, knowing is half the battle. The G.I. Joe end of the G.I. Joe show. So sometimes you'd have that messaging, which was nice and appreciated. And you want to try to teach kids, the right thing. Or Star Trek, there's tons of messaging in Star Trek, but it's really, really well done and organically told in the story. And a lot of those stories you can interpret in multiple ways, which is why it's so good. So yeah, I'll watch, and I'll probably try to rewatch some of the old X-Men cartoons. I don't know if I have those DVDs. I don't think I do. But I mean, I was an adult in the 90s, so
I've never seen Power Rangers either. Like it was always.
Don't tell Donnie that.
I think I have said it on here before. Never,
Well.
because I was just a little older then. I don't know.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
five
if I didn't have
seasons.
kids back then, I wouldn't have seen it. I had
Right.
my
The
kids by
Lion
that
King
age.
like a million times because my sister, who was like 2 at the time, was obsessed with it. You know,
Yeah.
watching her.
Yeah,
yeah.
so so it was 5 seasons. How many episodes were there of the X-Men? Let's see. How many episodes? Come on, Wikipedia.
That's true, Fanty. In the old comics, they fight to defend a world that hates them. In the old X-Men comics, what they say, yeah.
Yep.
Those are superheroes.
76 episodes. 76. Yep. 22
old
minutes. Yep. Of the old one. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, well, like I said, I binged them about a year or so ago, and I enjoyed it. I mean, there was some things that aggravated me. Like I said, I never liked that roster too much because
That's the Jim Lee roster.
that stupid Jim Lee roster. I can't stand. I don't like Jubilee. I don't like Gambit. I wanted to. I mean, we got to see like Colossus and Nightcrawler like once or twice, maybe.
Yeah, not that often. Yeah,
You know.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute! I'm seeing this guy, Jack Kirby. He had something to do with the X-Men.
Who? Never heard of him.
Never heard of it. What? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he only created him. So.
Do they ever put his name on any of these old cartoons, or I can't remember?
No. Well, not that I know of.
They probably put Stan's name all over it. Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean his name's on there. Yeah. Now, Larry, I don't know if Larry Houston's involved with this new one. He's a guy that did a lot of great stuff for those cartoons back then in the 90s. But I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. So, yeah, it's not encouraging. Yeah, well, the problem is the track record lately has not been encouraging. 20 years ago, well, obviously the cartoon's what is it, 30 years old now? The cartoon. Let me try to do math better. Math is hard, as Barbie said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my God!
Just
don't make me feel that old.
You just don't have that confidence that things are going to be good. So that's the
kind of tough to have some confidence.
That's the problem. So.
Yeah, I'm only like 2 years away from my third. If I were to go my 30 year. No, yeah, 2 years away from it would be my 30-year high school graduation. Are you kidding me? What happened? Where did it all go? Where did the time go?
That's what happened, right?
Yesterday. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's crazy.
Well, here, let me put this. Speaking of Barbie, I should have played this clip a long time ago. Let's see here. Let me get this. I forgot I'd uploaded this one. Let's see. There we go. And when I showed the Funko, I should have had. This is pretty famous. Yep. Let me put my camera.
That class is tough. That class is tough.
So that was a big scandal back in the day.
I would never know that. That's really funny. The only time I ever even played with Barbies was at my one girlfriend's house. I never owned one.
But that was the big scandal. Was they had a talking Barbie, and then math class is tough. Damn it, it is tough. But they thought it sent a bad message to girls. But I know a lot of people struggled with.
It's tough for everybody.
No, actually, it was tough because I could get all the answers, but I couldn't show my work. I was really I was good at math, but I couldn't write it all down. You know, showing your work was hard. I figured it out differently.
Yeah, so that they had to recall that doll. So that doll ended up being worth a lot of money, I think. If I'm not sure how much, but yeah, it's a collector's item now. If you can get that one. So, but and I got to call a penalty, I guess, on the Madam Web and X-Men comic.
Personal foul, crackback, 85, offense, 15-yard penalty.
Sorry, that was funny.
He's a personal foul. That's come back as a personal foul. Personally, I hate that guy.
Oh yeah, that's a rough. Yeah, we got to find a better clip.
It's Vinovich. I hate him. Hope he burns.
Wow, don't
hope bad things.
He hopes he dyes his hair because it looks really bad gray.
He dyes his hair. Yeah, that's it.
But all right, well, let's get on out of here. It's we hit our 3 hour and 20-minute mark. Let me play my video thanking my channel members. So thank you, everyone. It's much appreciated. Helping me to buy more action figures to review. And tonight we had some super chats. So let me thank DJ Ronnie G became a member. Nick Weiser had a super chat. Wes Cagle was a member and something happened, so we re-upped his membership. Much appreciated. And JT Kirk gave out 5 memberships, which is awesome. Thank you for that. Fanty, I've saved that so I can check on Blake 7 versus Mr. Wonderful theme. And RRTNZ, 2 super chats tonight. 2 super chats. Yep. Oh, you can no, you don't have to do 3. But thank you so much for those super chats. And let's see. Dadman is here. Yep. Thanks for Dadman. Yeah. So I don't know what you've said. We're just praying for Dadman's mom right now, and
yes,
he's going through some medical stuff. I know I can say that. I think Dadman is. I don't want to say too much, but I know Dadman
I'm sorry.
Posted that on Twitter.
Positive thoughts and stuff. Pray
yeah, so everyone say a prayer for. Let's put Mrs. MD for Mrs. Dadman, Grandma Dadman, or Mom Dadman in the chat. So hopefully, hopefully, God bless her. Hopefully everything's okay. And thank you for hanging out with us while you could tonight, Dadman. Yep. So we got to use the Ron Cherry. Give him the business. Yep. We'll have to get that. Yep. Yeah, true, Fanty. Yep. Oh, Larry just gave 5 more memberships. Oh, thank you so much, Larry. Yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
That's so awesome. Yep. Thank
They're
you.
adding the Max Amanda Bears here.
Hey.
Well, I saw him on the. I saw him on the. I don't want to say. Oh, he got gifted.
You don't have to be here to get. Yeah, you don't have to be here to get.
How does it go to if you're not here?
Just if you just allow memberships in your settings, yeah. So
there you go.
Steve Mitchum got one to Retro Nerd Girl last week when I was watching her show.
Okay.
I've gotten a couple. I just got one the other day to Admiral T's channel, and I wasn't there to know it. So I got an email saying it, and I was like, "Oh, cool."
So let me play some clips for Larry, for that great Larry.
You're a dumbass.
Double dumbass on you!
Well, it just so happens that your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
I always want to do this, so I'm just going to do it. But I know it's not Larry, but Larry, why are you bugging? For some reason, that always gets stuck in my head. Like the Mary. Anyway.
There's another Larry song.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
I'm not a Larry man. He's a Larry man. What's that song? Larry. What?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say we got to play Blake 7 tonight for all these Blake 7 references.
And Callie in your place, would you?
Probably not. What about you?
What about me?
Why don't you go?
You are expendable.
And you're not?
No, I'm not. I am not expendable. I'm not stupid. And I'm not going.
I have one more Larry thing in college.
Sure.
All of my friends, well, all the guys, they used to call, if you left like a beer with anything left in it, you didn't drink every drop of it, it was called a Larry. I don't know why, but they'd be like, who left all these Larrys here on the counter?
Oh, no.
So, yeah, that was also a Larry. I don't know where that came from.
So, well, let's, as we roll on out, let's again, thinking of Mrs. Dadman's mom there, not the Mrs., but call her Grandma Dadman, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully she's okay, and God bless her. Yep, and doing well. Yep. And thank you again to Larry, who's not expendable, definitely not. Zacharet. Oh, Zacharet is here. Yep, he's in the chat. Thank you, JT Kirk, and of course, thank you to Dadman for being here tonight. course, for lovely Courtney and her dog, cute doggy, Clobber. And a special shout out to Polly. It was really great having
great
you,
Polly. Good to see you all
Polly
tonight.
on the show tonight. So shout out to Polly.
Yeah, thank you all for being here tonight.
Yep, Brian Hepburn, Phantom Outsider, RTNZ, Don Ranger Power. Let's see, I said JT Kirk, I'm sure.
Oh, and boy, to Rising Lee. Sorry.
Who else was hanging out in the chat with us tonight besides the Stream Elements bot? Was Claude here earlier? Shooter was
Claude
here.
Selling was here. Shooter
Claude
was
Selling
here.
was here. Yep.
Yeah.
We got a lot of chats to scroll through tonight, so I'm scrolling.
Want me to do it?
Scrolling.
I'll do it if you want me to do it.
No, I got it. Yep, I'm good. Yep. I'm just. Oh, we had Ravenscroft was here. Max Redstone was here. Hail, Bucky's Crafting was here for a good part of the evening.
That's right. Yeah.
So hail to Bucky. Bucky's Crafting. Of course, we mentioned RT and Z. Let's see here. Who we got going? Oh, it's Clobbering Times in the chat. Fanty in the chat. JT Kirk. Zachary was here earlier too. Yep. There's Claude Saline. Let's see, who else do we?
Stream Elements. Don't forget him. He gets left out.
Stream Elements bot. Yep. I think we. Oh, Nick Weiser mentioned Nick Weiser earlier.
Yeah, Nick popped in.
Yeah, your Muslim uncle.
Muslim uncle. Yes.
Muslim uncle. Yep. DJ Ronnie G. Thank you for being here, DJ Ronnie G. Ronnie, great guy. Yep.
Claude I love his accent. He just reminds me of the East Coast, like.
Oh, he is very
in New York. So yeah, I love it.
Yep. Of course, I don't have an accent, but
you're Connecticut. Yeah. You don't.
My aunt
and my cousins from Connecticut.
But we make fun of New York accents and like all the people but we don't have accents. The guys from New York, like, what are you crazy? Of course you have an accent. Everyone has an accent. Yeah.
Well, but, Colorado, they don't have an accent.
Yeah, right. Everyone has an accent.
Colorado. I know. They say Colorado.
Colorado. You're right. Colorado.
No Avon emoji. I'm short a few slots. So I don't have. If I get more members, but I did add. I did add that the scary dad man, Raquel, the Gorn, Lisa, little Supergirl. I do have no Avon, but I do have Blake 7 there. So there we go. There's all the icons. But here's I did Blake 7. I thought that was pretty cool. I was gonna try to do the Liberator, but it's so so damn small. I don't even think it would show up if you did the Liberator. But I could do Avon, I guess too. Yep. I don't know how many members you have to have, but I could rotate a few out, I guess. Yep. So, but no, thank you everyone for being here again. Shout out to Dad Man and his family. Hope everything's okay. Yep. Oh, on the wrong side of the world, it is 2:00 Eastern time. That would be New York City time. So yeah, so I got
midnight where I am.
Sunday night. Yep. So everyone have a great week. And Courtney, do you have anything coming up, or you're just hanging out on chats with everyone right now? Yep.
Last night was my big
70s.
night.
I don't think 70s is doing a show tomorrow.
No, 70s isn't doing a show.
Not doing a show tomorrow.
I brought back my rapping last night, so not on my channel. It's really embarrassing. I have to practice for my big comeback. So
there we go. And Clobbering Times, what do you got rocking on Monday night?
Well, let's see.
President's Day.
2 places. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to cancel my appearances and shows tomorrow because it's President's Day. Yeah. At 6 Central, 7 Eastern, I'll be on J-Man's channel. It's time for J-Man and Sean and I to resume our reviewing of Legion of Superheroes. So we'll do that. Then, of course, I'll be on my channel at 9 Central for some random reviews of Superman month. So do some Superman talk with random Superman comic reviews and what else, stuff like that. So rest of the week, the usual shows.
Great. Yep. And I'll be back for Toxic Tuesday.
Yeah.
Gordon and Clobbering Times will be on for that. We just roped them into that. We're making them show up for that.
I might see what I can do.
Yeah, so hopefully you can be there. And I will see you guys also on, of course, the Clubhouse on Thursday night. I'll be in the chat for Saturday Night Star Trek. And, of course, we'll be back here next weekend for Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, sometimes I'll push it back if we do dinner with Grammy's house or things like that. But hopefully you guys didn't mind too much.
I don't mind.
No,
because it's earlier for me, so I never
half
mind.
hours. Okay.
Yeah.
There was no Taylor Swift show, but yeah, it was fun hanging out with with
Priorities,
Grammy.
Chief.
Yep. All right, everyone. So I'm going to put the overlay up.
Never.
Oh, and we're going to play this for Dad, man.
Together.
Let's see.
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you!
And let's do emoting.
Send it over that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
That's the best one. No, that's the best one.
That's all-time classic. Yeah. All-time classic. Yep. So everyone have a great week. As I always appreciate everyone being here and supporting the channel and helping me do this. And it's just it's always a lot of fun hanging out. And and my mom was like, "You have a YouTube show tonight?" Because I said I got to get home to do a YouTube. She's like, "What are you doing?" Like, you wouldn't like it, Mom. It's all comics. So yeah. But that was pretty funny. So everyone have a great week. Don't go see Madam Web, I guess. Go see the new Bob Marley movie that Paulie gave a lot of thumbs up for. Sounds great. So everyone have a great start to your week. And don't forget the Daytona 500 tomorrow afternoon. You can watch that.
It got postponed, did it?
I'm going to forget it on purpose. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
All right, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you again.
Peace out.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.